T.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Spirits with Spirits, Season 3, Episode 6,
I'm
The
coming,
House, the
Rich.
Demon, and the Beast. I'm your host, John Watkins, all the way from lovely Colorado, and of course, your host with the most, Mr. David Lowe, all the way in rainy and sunny California. How we doing tonight, guys?
Doing pretty good, man. If I was doing any better, I'd have to be twins.
Well, we do got some special
Doll.
guests here with us tonight. Josh decided to show up, and of course, Mr. Billy Lewis, who is basically the founder of Stereo Television, had an awesome interview like 5 minutes ago with this guy, and he was gracious enough to join us on the live. Appreciate that, Billy.
On the live, we got Turner
What's
fan
up,
already came on.
guys?
And your Ovulus said Rich. That is
Hello.
his first name. So
Nice.
John's Ovulus called you out, Turner fan, just so you know.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Dig.
Yeah, got the and now you. Yeah, I had mine turned off during the interview there, Billy.
Good.
It's
So during
Yeah,
the live stream, we've got both of our Ovuluses going, and it's hooked into our board, so you will
Yeah.
hear them on the live stream as we're talking.
Perfect. As if I don't hear that enough. No, I'm
As if you don't get enough of that.
just
But we found that sometimes our Ovuluses will talk to each other while we're talking.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
And,
No, it don't
and
bother
also
me.
his Ovulus has a habit of calling him an asshole.
a lot.
Especially when he's not paying attention to it.
So we are Spirits with Spirits. What you drinking?
Poker.
I have no idea what you just said.
What are you drinking, John? A Zima?
No, Seagram's. Seagram's margarita today. I thought about Zima, but I couldn't find them, and I don't know. I didn't want to go buy a bunch of limes to put in there too.
I gotta go with him. It looked like a Zima, man. I thought we time traveled.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
the only reason I don't drink Corona either, because I don't feel like I should put something in my drink to make my drink better.
Camera.
Although I did learn that if you put what is it, Diasanto, I think that's what it's called, inside your beer, it's really good.
Smile.
It's really good, like dangerously really good. But these aren't that
Bedroom.
bad. I've never had them before. Seagram's like little mixed drinks. I was like, yeah, I'll try something different besides drinking
Singing.
Guinness.
Andrew.
They
Leave
go
it.
down like water. And about 3 of them in, yeah, not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
What are you drinking, David?
Real.
Well, I've got the Tio Rodrigo Michelada.
Oh, okay.
This is lime and jalapeno beer,
Nice.
and it's very spicy.
Ooh,
I really like it.
Do you guys ever drink IPAs?
I used to drink IPAs. I don't know. They
They're strong.
IPAs yeah.
I like them as
I
a palate
drink every
cleanser
now.
for one when I'm
Yeah.
switching beers to something else.
When.
Well,
IPAs are pretty good.
they're
Close.
very good, but I swear you can't drink more than 3 or 4 of them, or you'll wake up with a freaking
No.
massive headache. Where I live in Wilmington, North Carolina, there's so many breweries around here, and they're all really good, and they all make like really good original IPAs. And I think per capita, Wilmington has one of the most breweries per population than like about anyone in the country. And not that I drink them a lot, but they are very easy to drink, and they're so strong too, depending on the ones you get. So anyway, so I've got one IPA in my little Yeti cup and stuff. And then I'm going to bed because I'm on the East Coast. Way past my bedtime.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying.
Natural Light. Josh is keeping it real.
Just keep it real. He sounds like he's from North Carolina, and he drinks like he's from North Carolina.
Okay. Nice. That's fucked up. Well, no, it's not. I'm not saying fucked up, but it's.
You said fucked up, bro.
Where do you live, Josh?
I live in Pueblo, so
yeah,
he's
an hour away from me.
Okay.
My half of my family, not my dad's side, but my mom's side, they're all from the South. So
nice.
I just pick up a little bit of slang and stuff. Yeah. It's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
It's funny. And then I get around John and I pick up cuss words and stuff. So that's basically where it comes from.
According to your mom, I am a bad influence on you.
John, before we dive into this, let's get the fine print out of the way.
Absolutely, Dave. So we want to thank Anchor. Anchor is what allows us to take the audio portion of this live broadcast, put it out there to your favorite spots like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, and of course, iHeartRadio and Amazon. Without Anchor, we wouldn't be able to put those out there for you. Anchor is a great way to start your podcast. Not only do they help you find sponsorships, but as you grow your podcast, they'll actually help you continue finding more sponsorships for your show. So thank you, Anchor. I also want to thank StreamYard. StreamYard is what allows us to do this multicast, where you can be watching it on our Facebook Spirits of Spirits page, or jumping on the YouTube Spirits of Spirits with John and Dave, or even Twitch with Spirits with Spirits. So thank you, StreamYard, for that. And you know what? Thank you for Scare Network for letting us be part of that family. We love it, and can't wait to see where this all goes, man. Exciting stuff for Scare Network, man. Dave, you got me all... Billy, I'm all excited for Scared Network right now.
Gosh, man, I appreciate it, man. It really does. All joking aside, mean a lot to me. Because that was my intention of starting the platform was to just tell stories and tell good stories and entertain and expose some of the mysteries out there. It's hard to find original stuff to do now because it seems like every ghost show that's out there has hit every location, but that doesn't matter. I've been to locations where some of the bigger shows have been, and I put my own spin on it and tell my own story, and I'm not trying to compete with anyone. So I'm very thankful to have Scare Network and to continue to grow and whatnot. So
look at that, Turner fan just subscribe to Scare Network.
Thank you, Turner fan. I'm gonna have to send you some swag, some SN swag.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I have the swag.
I'm not even wearing the swag, but I got it all behind me in like boxes and boxes of swag.
You got the cup. I saw the cup.
Got the Scare Network Yeti.
Yeah, sponsored by Yeti. They don't know they're sponsoring me, but nice.
They don't know it yet, but
they kind of like StreamYard. They don't know they're sponsoring us.
They don't know StreamYard sponsoring us, but they're sponsoring us.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, we had a fun conversation. That was fun earlier, talking about some of the projects we've done and documentaries, and we dropped one tonight, a new one. I was telling you guys, we just released a new one tonight called Brewing Up the In Between. It was it's on a brewery, a haunted brewery in Newtown, Connecticut, where Fairfield Hills State Hospital used to be, which is a very haunted former insane asylum that closed down in like 95, 96. And that was with Sean Austin too, and his friend Ryan Burge. We got some great evidence in that. So that full-length documentary just dropped tonight. So that's nobody's seen that. It just dropped like couple hours ago. So
I'm watching it when I'm done with the show.
Oh, dude, I'm excited for people. You should see it, man. We did a really good job with that, considering we were only there for not a very long time, and I was amazed at the evidence we were able to gather just within a short amount of time. So, and the owners of the brewery really dug it, and we did it in a respectful way too. So, yeah, seriously, John, if you do watch it, give me feedback. I'd love to hear what you think about it and stuff too. So,
absolutely. I everything that I've watched so far of yours, I still got to finish the series.
Devil in Bel Air.
Devil in Bel Air.
Yeah.
Loving that so far. I mean, everything I've watched that you've put out there. I love the classic horror section you got on Scare Network television.
I know. I need to put
Night of the Living Dead and
I know.
13.
I know. I need to put more. I'm gonna get some more. I've got some more that I'm gonna put up there. I just started a new section today calling it Grade B horror. You should go and watch that. I got some grade. It's called Grade B horror movie night. I just started a new category tonight. And I put a couple movies up there, but I've got some good ones to go on there.
I saw that on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
I was
It's interesting. Some of the movies that I have that I've leased out to put on the play. I've got a bunch of movies that I haven't even put on there yet. So I can keep putting stuff out there. I'm just being selective with what I put out there. But I love our originals, and there's just a lot of hard work to continue to put those out. So I'm trying, and I got a lot in the can. I'm moving as fast as I can. So it's always exciting when I can put an original out too, man. I love those.
They're so good. I like how you put them up. I like how you create them, how they lay out the layout of the film and the documentaries. You make it very enjoyable to watch. I'll just put it that way.
Thank you. And I was telling you guys on the other broadcast that we did that'll come out on Scare Network. I mean, I have a narrative background, a narrative film background. So I've written and directed horror movies in the past. So so I try to intertwine that into my paranormal and horror documentaries, true crime documentaries, I should say. I try to put a narrative twist in there and tell a good story with the history and all that, not just the paranormal evidence and stuff. I try to tell the history of the place, and so I try to tell a good story and just not just hit people with a bunch of evidence and let them decipher it. I try to make it make sense if that makes sense.
Oh, makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Well, Billy, I gotta ask you. You ready to get down to see how me and Dave break stuff down and see how we do this on the live?
Not really, but do I have a choice?
Well, I mean, you could leave studio if you wanted to, but I would hope you would stick around.
I'm having trouble with my feed.
Thank you.
It is past my bedtime, so you guys should feel honored because I'm very sleepy right now. I gotta tell you real quick. I'm such a maniac. I run a lot. And this is no lie, like last night I woke up, and I'm so crazy. My wife thinks I'm crazy for doing it. I woke up at 1:50 in the morning, no lie, and I went for a 5-mile run at 2. I left my house at 2:00, and I was back by 3:00 in the morning, showered, and then I fell back asleep after that. But she's like, "Why are you going for a run at 2:00?" And I was like, "I couldn't sleep, and it's a good way for me to clear my head and kind of tune things out." So anyway, so when I say I'm tired, that's the reason I'm tired, even though I went back to sleep for a couple of hours, but I worked all day after that and stuff too.
If I'm running at 1:50 in the morning, there's something chasing me, Billy.
Listen, hey, on that same note, this is no lie, and I got my phone ring. I should let you guys. I got a voicemail. Somebody called my phone at 9:00 last night, left me a 3-minute voicemail, and I didn't recognize the number, so I never answer numbers I don't recognize. And it was the scariest, most cryptic voicemail I've ever. And I sent it to Sean actually, and I'm like, "Dude, can you make sense of this?" Because there's very little talking, but there's heavy breathing in it too, and it freaked me out. And then when I woke up and went for the run, that was on my mind. So I was super paranoid while I was running. So I don't.
I was gonna go.
I need to meditate. I need to meditate.
Billy, that was me. That was
No, unless you live in Little River, South Carolina, it wasn't you.
No.
Got a little bit more giddy up in your step on that.
Maybe I called Josh. Did you get any heavy breathing on the phone, Josh, last night?
I get heavy breathing all the time.
I get it from a flight of stairs.
Every time like somebody tries to spam call me, they're heavy breathing. So it's hard for me to know.
Bless.
But anyway, so yeah, I you know, I keep going to these crazy locations and doing all these crazy stories, and
Australia.
I gotta recenter a lot of times too. And
What is this?
And I lean on my wife to help me do that too. I'm like, hey, you gotta help me out. But I mean, listen, Sean is so dramatic with stuff, but a lot of these paranormal investigators are, and I think they have to be.
Pray.
And I don't get that way. I feel like I'm very down to earth, and I
front.
You know, I don't let things affect me the way they affect a lot of people and stuff. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I get in my own head.
Even.
I am, and I think that helps me out because when I go to one of these crazy locations where bad things happen, I know that I have a job to do, and I have to tune out the stuff. Even like I told you guys, even when I was filming the Malthus and Yorktown Memorial Hospital, if you saw that doc, was even worse because there was over like 2,500 people died in that one location. We were there overnight, the entire night. And I knew, and I had to go around by myself for about 3 or 4 hours and just get tons of B-roll shots. And I swear, while I was doing that and while I was filming and by myself, Sean and Eric were off doing their own thing, going live and doing other stuff. I felt like there was something like right over my back, just like with me the whole time. And I had to tune it out and ignore it and do what I had to do to get the video. If not, I wouldn't. Nobody else would have gotten the footage to be able to piece this thing together. So it's a crazy dynamic that I have to put up with it when I create these paranormal documentaries a lot of times. So
nobody thinks about the camera guy.
Back.
They really don't. They take it for granted. They're like, oh, that just magically showed up with the camera.
No one talks about the camera guy walking alone in all these haunted locations. Like, yeah, that
They
dude's
really-
by himself.
Yeah. Poor camera guy gets pictures like these.
Yeah.
Exactly. Michael Myers' Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
with a heart to throw in there too.
Yeah, I don't understand that heart, that red dot.
I don't understand any of it. I see the IR light. I understand that, but I don't understand the actual picture and the heart. And that's 100% legit too. I'm not even good at Photoshop and stuff. So that's not my forte. So I wouldn't even know how to do anything of that anyways.
Well, how can it be Photoshop when if you watch the documentary, he's right there on his phone.
I know.
And showing it.
And it shows it live. It's like this, on the documentary.
You bring your camera over and like onto his phone, and he zooms out. I was like, oh, yeah, you can't Photoshop when it's happening live.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, so I know I kind of sidetracked you, but yeah, let's get into this. So what do you want to start with, Malthus, or what do you want to start with?
Oh, that's the good question. That's the good question. Do you want to do the Beast and do a cryptid, or you want to start with Malthus or Amityville?
Well, I'm very hard on myself with the Beast documentary. Like I said, I'm a perfectionist. Joseph's my middle name. It just said Joseph. So the Beast documentary, whatever, you can't hurt my feelings on that because I beat myself up already over that. So yeah, start with the Beast of Blankenburg.
Let's start.
Okay. So what we were gonna do is we were gonna take the Beast of Blankenburg. So we saw the documentary, and I can play the trailer again for everybody. But if you guys go on scarenetwork.tv, you can watch it with your subscription.
Warm.
And it's I think it's a cross between the Chupacabra and a lot of parallels to the Jersey Devil.
Smile.
I am
smiling. It has a big feeling with that.
Yeah, yes. But
not the movies.
I was watching the documentary, and so I scored it as a documentary because I also do another podcast called the 4K Lowdown, where I score and review movies. And this includes documentaries, horror film, straight to the theater, all that kind of stuff.
Kill.
So I did a score based on the documentary, and then I did a score based on the cryptid, the actual Beast of Bladenborough.
Yep.
So I have 2 different scores,
Crying.
and I gave that information to John. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to score the documentary as we watched it, what we liked about it, and basically what the lowdown formula is, Billy, is I take 10 aspects of the movie that I want. And then we score each of those aspects on a 1 to 10, like cinematography, direction, plot, story, ending, cast, that type of thing.
Yep.
Documentary is a little bit different. Normally I score the acting, but there's generally not acting. So with the acting aspect, I'm looking for I'm looking for passion, believability in the people that are talking and things like that. So
Donald, frightened.
So John, what do you think? You want to score the documentary first, or you want to score the cryptid?
Oh, let's score the documentary first. Let's hurt Billy's feelings.
Hey, there ain't nothing you say to me to hurt my feelings.
He was kicking his own ass before the show, so about this thing. So, okay, so for cast, generally the score for cast is about recognition, and you generally don't know anybody that's in the documentary.
Of course, yeah.
I didn't know David Weatherly before this. So what I do is if there's not, if it's a foreign film or a documentary or something that came out before I was born, which is getting further and further away, I give the cast an automatic 4 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
And then I add a point or 2 based on anybody I know on top of that. So for me, the cast of the Beast of Bladenborough gets a 4.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'd go with that one too.
Right. Now acting, this was believability and passion and things like that, and there were some passionate people in the documentary. I did like David Weatherly. I liked he's very informative. I enjoyed that. I couldn't give this a very high score though for that. So I actually for the acting I went with a 6.
I was a little tossed up here. I was at a 6 or a 7 here, just because I liked the interviews. I liked the emotion with the people that were talking about the Beast of Bladenborough. I like David Weatherly. I think actually kind of put me over to that 7 spot was actually the end.
Where I like that raw thing at the end. That was my favorite part.
So I think I would be at a 7 here. So we'd probably be a 6.
So what we do is if John and I differ in the score, then we take the average. So that actually puts it at a 6.5.
That's good to hear you guys like that raw interview at the end, because I was kind of on the fence of putting that in there, but he gave some information that wasn't talked about in the actual documentary too. So I'm glad to hear, because I've never gotten any feedback on any of that. So it's good to hear.
Yeah. No, I dug it for sure. Okay. So for the third aspect is the plot. And for the plot, it's actually, we look at the synopsis and we look at the trailer, and judging by that alone, we scale on a 1 to 10 how likely we would be to watch this documentary.
Apologize.
I'm not apologizing because I gave it an 8. I like the trailer. I like the synopsis, and I liked your viewpoint on it when we talked. When you offered up that as an option, because I was going to go with Letchworth instead.
Dude, have y'all watched Letchworth?
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
I get sidetracked. There's so much evidence in Letchworth too. You like guys were like that.
Have to do a series of these where
I forgot about Letchworth too. God, that was good. Anyway,
I know, but you jumped in and said, "Well, you guys do cryptid. You should take a look at Beast of Bladenborough," and I was like, "Okay, look at that." But yeah, it was good, and I dug that. So I actually gave the plot for the trailer and the synopsis. I gave it an 8.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good.
Yeah, there was so much more I wanted to do with that too. I did the best I could considering what I had to work with that. It was a tough thing to put out there, to be honest with you. So
Cemetery.
I enjoyed it.
Did you? Good. That's good to hear. It makes me feel good.
Did you go 8-2 for the plot, John?
Yeah, I was at 8 on the plot. Yeah.
Okay. The fourth aspect is the ending.
Mhm.
So this is where, okay, how did it end? And I gave this an 8 as well because I really liked the raw interview with David at the end. I thought that was solid, and that kind of made the ending for me. So yeah, I went with an 8 for the ending, and that's just like, did you get the closure that you wanted? Did it answer all the questions? And that was the thing. David's monologue there at the end really answered all the questions that I had at the end of the documentary. So
And
I
kind of still left it open for it's still out there. I like that. I like the fact that we didn't just kill off a cryptid. We left it to who knows what happened. It could have migrated to the mountains. I mean, they had reports all over the place after the 50s, going into like 2004, 2003 reports going further and further away from actual Bladenboro. So it could have very well done the migration thing that we're talking about during the interview. So yeah, I like the ending as well. I thought an 8 is a good score for that.
Cool. And then the fifth aspect of the first half is the story. So story as a whole, just beginning, middle, and end, any parts that dragged, things like that. And I actually gave the story a 10. I love the story. It was my favorite part, the information that you get and the how the story builds all the way through, because it starts at the beginning when it first happens on that New Year's Eve, and it goes with the first report, and then it just talked in order with the second report, third report,
for 21 days.
It really doesn't jump around timeline wise. And then it goes to the interviews, and the interviews associate with what they're talking about during that period. So I dug it. So I gave the story a 10.
I was a 9 on the story. I was a 9 on the story.
Nice.
Medicine.
Okay. So Billy, those first 5 aspects, that's what we want in all movies. So it doesn't matter what the movie, cast, acting, plot, ending, story. That's what we list for all movies that we review. Now for the documentary genre, I look for interest in the subject matter, the cinematography, and the direction as the 3 aspects that I want in those things. So the first thing is the interest in the subject matter. And I gave it an 8. I love cryptids. I'm interested in cryptids I've never heard of before, and the Beast of Bladenboro was a new one. So it was good getting all that new information, and the parallels between the other cryptids that we've talked about were really cool. So yeah, my interest in the subject was an 8.
I was at a 9. I was at a 9 here because of the correlation.
You were in North Carolina and you never heard of this thing.
And I had never heard of it being born in there.
Give it a 9. You should have given it a 9.
That's 8.5.
That's awesome. That's awesome that neither one of y'all had ever heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, we just found out there's like hundreds and hundreds of cryptids out there that it's like
there's a whole dictionary of them. We were like,
I know.
Crap, dude.
That's why I said y'all need to have David Weatherly on your show, man. He could probably introduce you to some that you would never even thought of. That guy's very knowledgeable.
If he's got material for us that we can do research with,
I'll put you in touch with him.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second thing is the cinematography. How is it filmed?
How do you feel?
Yeah, I wasn't too happy with the animation part of it.
Yeah,
but I understand.
I wasn't either.
Yeah, and we lost Josh. I guess he signed out.
Yeah.
He's done. but yeah, I still gave this a good score. I love the drone shots. I dug all that. I loved how it was pieced together. Because cinematography and editing, I kind of put that together all in one package.
Yeah.
So I actually gave the cinematography an 8.
I was at a 7. At a 7.
Again, that was surprising to me because I was very hard on myself with this doc.
Well, I mean,
it was such a hard thing to capture. It really was.
Also, the only graphic I really didn't truly enjoy was the panther looking one.
I know.
Giant feet. But
I
I
didn't
like
love
the
it either.
dog one pulling the cow. I mean, there was some really good.
Yeah, it was the one that looked like the saber-toothed tiger. That one.
Yeah, I know.
That was
Trust
really
me,
the one that kind of was like,
I wasn't
eh,
happy with it either. You
Other
know.
side.
but I understand why it was
Yeah.
coming from on it.
Electric.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I could only show the sign of Blade and Burrow so
Rip.
many times, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But I really beat myself up over that one. But you know, at the end
Grace.
of the day, it is what it is. But I'm surprised at you guys' scores, and thank you. And I want honest criticism. I really do, so I can improve and be better with the stuff I do in the future too.
But the camera shots with the interviews, the drone footage, and all that good stuff that was excellent.
Yeah.
Just
Sin.
that, and it's really just that one animation
Yeah,
because
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, otherwise, yeah, it was solid. So, and again, and then the other thing is direction, how it was directed, and I thought that was solid too. It was tight. It was rigid,
Yeah.
and I think it kind of needed to be, but because it happened so far in the past, there wasn't like any current events,
Yeah.
so you didn't get a whole lot of
Daughter.
oh my God, I just saw it and it was running across the street, like you get the Bigfoot sightings and things like that, or you
Yes.
get Sean Austin in the other documentaries where he's so animate and emotional about what he saw in his dreams and things like that.
Yep.
But I still thought the direction was really good. It was tight.
really good.
It was solid. I gave the direction a 7.
And here I was an 8.
Okay. And that's totally fine. That's why we, but having 1 point difference is not a bad thing. So, so the type of documentary that this is a cryptid. So I call this a monster. So as a monster type, so we look at the monster itself. What do you think of the monster, the Beast of Bladenborough on a scale of 1 to 10, John?
I love the stories behind it. I love the vampiric angle to it. It does create that fear. It put panic inside a whole the whole state of North Carolina. The monster story reached throughout the globe.
Yeah.
I'm pretty high on the monster here. I'm kind of at a 9 sitting with the monster here.
Okay.
I like the Beast of Bladenborough.
Angry.
And we got grandson jumping in.
That's granddaughter. She is just having a blast right now. She just wants her mom to come chase her into my office.
Follow me.
Actually, I gave it an 8. I wasn't quite as high as that, but I do like the monster. And my only downfall is that there's not really anything current about it. It's not still active.
Yeah.
So we're just going by what happened in the 50s and things like that, which was significant. I love how they closed the schools and they did the curfew and all that kind of stuff. For this cryptid, and this cryptid wasn't like, I mean, it wasn't gigantic. It's not Bigfoot. It's not the Bat Squatch. You're talking about
50-foot span.
She found another way in my office. She went under my desk. But so yeah, I gave the monster an 8. I thought it was good.
It's funny you mentioned Bat Squatch. I'd never heard of Bat Squatch. This is no lie. And me and my wife were in Aruba with some friends about 2 years ago. Oh no, it wasn't even 2. It's like a little over a year and a half ago. And I got this beer at this restaurant, and it had really good artwork on it. That's the reason I got it. And it had Bat Squatch and told the whole story Bat Squatch on the actual beer.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And I read the story. I remember I took a picture of the can and all that. I think I posted it maybe on Scare Network's Instagram. I was like, who's heard of Bat Squatch before? I never heard of that.
Yeah. Yeah, when we were doing the research we did Bat Squatch on our last cryptid episode on our live stream. We talked about the Bat Squatch. And yeah, as I was doing research on it, I kept coming up with the brewery, and I kept going to the brewery and I kept talking about the beers and stuff.
That's funny.
Cracking me up. I thought it was really funny. I almost wanted to order some Bat Squatch beer and have it here for the show.
I think they're in Oregon too, so not too far from you. I I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Washington.
Yeah. Oregon,
Oh, yeah.
Washington area.
Yeah.
I think the brewery's in Oregon, Northern Oregon.
The brewery's in Northern Oregon. It's in is it Portland or Vancouver? It's one of the two. It's just a bridge.
Vancouver, Washington is like there, and then Portland, Oregon is like
it's literally it's a bridge.
Across the bridge, it's like right there.
It was so weird. I was in Aruba and that beer was there, though, of all places.
Wow.
Yeah.
Aruba.
Yeah.
Well,
that's weird. Yeah, you get some strange ones. But okay, so the last aspect we looked for in a monster type movie is the kills, the body count.
Lower.
Oh yeah.
She's crazy. My give her a chill gummy or 5 or 8.
Melatonin.
What's happening is her cousin's here. She's just super excited. I know, but she's just crazy. But okay, so we're talking about the kills, and the only unfortunate thing is that, you know, aside from the one attack or the one time it went after a human, there's really no real human attacks, but there's a lot of dogs,
a lot of livestock, a lot of dogs,
a lot of livestock, a lot of dogs. You know, there were stories about like pit bulls having their neck broke and things like that. So that was significant. And then the blood draining, the vampiric aspect. So yeah, I gave the kills or the body count of the Beast of Bladenborough an 8.
I was right there too at an 8.
Dirty. Old.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I mean, you guys mentioned in the other broadcast that we did that, you know, so many hunters came to Bladenborough, and it's talked about in the documentary that the number of hunters that flocked to this small town in North Carolina like outnumber the residents of Bladenborough almost 3 to 1. And they eventually had to run the hunters off because they're afraid they're going to start shooting each other.
Yeah, they literally told them like no more hunting unless there's another.
No hunting allowed. Yeah.
Angel.
Guy killed a bobcat. Like, we got it. You can all go home now.
Exactly. A little bobcat.
The Brotherhood of the Wolf, and they were like, "Yeah, we dressed it up. It's the Beast of Bladenborough." It's like
a 100-pound bobcat's not going to drag a 1,000-pound cow.
No, we get bobcats here all the time. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I did the math on it. So basically, what we do now is we take the 10 aspects, we add them up, and we give it a total score out of 100.
Yep.
And the Beast of Bladenborough documentary gets a 76.
Nice. I would agree with that.
You got a 76?
I got a 76.
Okay, I've been drinking.
What'd you get, John? A 96? John got a 96. Okay.
I'll go with John.
I'll go with John. Surprisingly, I was less than Dave this time.
Oh,
wait, 66? Never mind. I'll go with David.
Okay, David wins. David's got that.
I'll go with Dave. Dave's usually right. Can we multiply? I'm better at multiplication, damn it. This adding and subtracting shit don't work for me.
Wait. Who just called it the Dead Files?
The Dead Files?
Which one of you guys did?
That was David. That was David.
Okay. All right. John.
All right.
Ask Ralph. I'll tell you it was John.
It was David.
Wait, who just called it the Dead Beast? All right, I'm coming after you, whoever did.
Yeah, 76 recalculated.
There you go. Good job, John.
That's not a bad score. That's pretty good.
That's a good solid documentary. That's something I would watch again.
It's still a D in my grading scale when I grew up, but anyways, whatever.
No, you absolutely are allowed to beat yourself up over it, Billy. But we liked it. We enjoyed the documentary.
Yeah.
It could have been better, but it is what it is.
10 times what we could have done. So
yeah.
My animation would have been a stick figure.
I know. I
Oh,
hired
yeah.
a guy out to do that animation,
Maybe.
and again, he was asking for a lot more money. So it's like, hey, I mean, I get what I can get for what I can afford at this point.
I can pay your gas money to get here. maybe take you to Denny's when you're done.
But I will say, and again, it's me being hard on myself, but honest truth, done probably 15, 20 documentaries on Scare Network now since we started a couple years ago. And our artwork is probably my favorite artwork that we have. It is an awesome poster, but it's my least favorite documentary that we produced. But I love the artwork. I don't know if you guys paid attention to the artwork on the platform or saw it with the beast.
Yeah,
it is amazing.
Yeah,
and I've got a blown
I
up.
love that. The thumbnail, I love that.
Yeah, I've got a blown up poster of it, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
It is really good. So,
that was very well drawn.
That's my guy Sri Lanka who does a lot of my artwork. Who is amazing. I love that guy. But that would be a very good narrative movie with a real budget. You know what I'm saying? Not a low budget thing where you had really good CG and made it believable. You could actually do something really cool with that. And that's just my narrative mind thinking right there too, because despite all the documentaries I've done at this point, I always think about producing narrative movies and stuff too, from an entertainment aspect, and that you could do something really cool with that. Where I live in Wilmington, they shot, I don't know if you guys ever remember the movie Silver Bullet back in the mid 80s. One of my favorite movies of all time. They shot it in Wilmington and Burgaw. Dude, and that's based off a Stephen King book.
Yeah.
And my older brother was an extra in that movie. I've been wanting to remake that movie for 10, 15, 20 years now. Because I feel like with the technology now, you could do so much better than what it was. But I love that movie. But you go back and watch it now, and it looks so cheesy compared to obviously the technology now. 35 years later. But I could kill it if I had a real budget to do that movie. You know,
I watched that movie 3 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I love that movie. I love Corey Haim, even though Gary Busey's gone off the rocker. Yeah, he's a nut job, and Corey Haim is rest in peace. But that is a great movie, though. I love it for what it was, man. They did a great job back then.
Skimming through, I don't even remember which. I think I was on Prime. I was just skimming through.
And you watched the whole thing?
I was like, "What? Silver?" I'll stop right there. Just hit play. I'm just gonna watch the whole thing.
I want to make it, man. Maybe we can timestamp this, and if Scare Network, takes off, we can buy the rights to that and redo it. Because I really do. I've been wanting to do that for a while.
I'm down for that. Yeah,
that'd be phenomenal.
So anyway, that's kind of a cryptid werewolf thing,
Oh yeah.
So maybe that's my draw to that as well. But yeah, no. So but yeah, Beast of Bladenborough, good narrative movie. Documentary was really tough to accomplish. Again, just did the best I could and hope that it entertained people. So,
yeah,
definitely enjoyed watching it. Definitely enjoyed watching.
Yep.
Tell me about it.
Ready to score it as a cryptid?
Scored as a cryptid.
All right.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right. So same type of thing here, Billy. So we take 10 aspects of what we want in a cryptid, and that's what we base it on. And the first thing is the size.
Right.
So looking at the size, where a 5 is human size.
Human size.
Yeah.
So if it's generally smaller than human, then it gets a lower than a 5. If it's bigger than human size, then it gets more than a 5. And I think for the most part, the cryptid's either it's usually smaller than human size.
Yeah, it's about 2 foot in height. A range between 75 to 100 pounds is basically kind of what I was getting at throughout the documentary and what you see online about it and everything. I think there was actually one where it was like this dude that was 6'5" that said his shoulders was at belt height, which probably put it close to 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
But there's not too many not too many of those coming through. So I'd probably put the size on this thing smaller than human. I'd probably put it more at a 4.
Yep, that's what I gave it.
Yep. It would have to be really, really, really powerful if it really did drag a cow. Now, again, can we definitively prove that? No, but that was the stories that they told. So,
yeah,
it would have had to have been really strong to be able to do that.
Yeah,
Jim.
Yeah, I've seen a mountain lion pull
a lot of weight,
like a large wild boar that was 150 pounds or so, and or a small cow, small horse. So I think it's entirely possible for something that size to pull a large animal.
Royal.
But yeah, so strength wise, they've got to be pretty strong. But the next aspect we look at is the speed of the creature, and I think this has got some good speed.
Yeah,
I think speed here is actually really good.
Yeah.
With how it's described, it's almost like it's built for speed. Honestly, it is built in that feline type aspect where it's just pure power and go get it type speed. It's I'm not gonna say it's a cheetah, but it's probably
innocent
running 35 to 40 miles an hour if it wanted to, based on how it's described and how it's built, and based off the attacks that they
and how
talked
elusive
about.
the creature is, how it's able to get away from hunters.
Yeah.
Cemetery. Sister.
So I'm sitting in between 7 and 8 on the speed here.
I went 8.
You went 8?
Yeah,
I can understand an 8. I'd throw down an 8.
Night.
All right.
So I think this next category kind of hurts it a little bit.
Yeah, but we got to talk about maybe other things too.
Yeah.
So the third aspect is the evidence. So we look at evidence that's been recorded, and this kind of hurts a little bit because there hasn't been a lot of evidence, but you got to talk about, the eyewitness accounts, the newspaper articles, the circulations, the hunters that have reported, all the personal
inside
experiences that people have had with the creature and whatnot. So I'm not horrible, but I'm mid-range, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking probably around a 6 for the evidence.
I did a 6. Yeah, exactly right. So yeah, this is where, something like all the evidence that they have on Bigfoot, whether it's hoax or not, we're not gonna say whether it's believable or not, but the evidence, sounds and things like that, that's what we're looking for. Whether we think it's real or not, if there's more out there, then we give it a higher score.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But yeah, in this case, we give it a 6. So the next aspect is the aggression.
The aggression's higher.
The aggression's high. No,
it's a very aggressive animal.
Yeah, it does not generally attack humans, but when that one lady was there, it turned and went after her.
Yeah.
But it is definitely aggressive toward livestock. It sucks the blood out of its victims, dogs and whatnot. So it does seem to be aggressive.
I think I'm kind of sitting right around an 8 or 9 for the aggression level. You're sitting at an 8. I like
32.
That. I like that. The lore. I think the lore here is good. The next aspect is the lore, basically like kind of like the history of the animal, the legend of it, and everything. I hate to say that I didn't know about it, even though I was born in North Carolina.
I'm a little disappointed.
It hurts me a little. But I do like the lore. I love the story behind it. I love it dating back all the way to 1953. Laura. It was kind of weird that it started on New Year's Eve, but again, I still like the history. I love the stories behind it. It's coming up on its 70-year anniversary this New Year's Eve, I guess.
Yeah.
So basically 70 years of history. It kind of died down, and not too many things going on after January, late January of 54. There have been sightings from 03 to 04. But not necessarily in Bladenboro. But I like the lore here. I'm kind of sitting at a 6 on the lore.
That's exactly where I was at.
Barbara.
All right. So now we kind of go into
the
actual evidence.
The types of evidence, the types of activity that's been recorded. And the first one is the manifestations, like the
True.
sightings of the creature, things that it's done. So it's basically like, it's the vision. It's what you've seen, what people have reported that they've seen, and things like that. And that's pretty good. Again, because it's the 50s, there's no picture, there's no YouTube videos, there's no Facebook, but there's still a lot of newspapers all over had this,
A
and
lot
there
of
were
eyewitness reports.
Yeah. a lot
So
of
many
side.
reports have brought thousands of hunters into this or 1,000
Kitchen.
hunters into this place to try and hunt this place. Hello, my daughter.
Tunnel. Why am I here? Elderly.
So I kind of like the manifestation here, even though there was nothing captured on film, whether it be photography or video,
Hidden.
or even an audio recording, because there was no audio recorders back in those days either. Not really.
Stupid.
I am not. I like the manifestations here, and I'd probably give the manifestations just based off of the eyewitness accounts and the stories behind those. And I love the guy that Dave is interviewing. He's very believable. I like the manifestations. I'd probably put it at a 7. Does that kind of where you were sitting at too?
Yep, that's where I was in that. While you were talking about it and you were looking down, I was going like this.
Oh.
So the next thing is audio. So the one thing that kind of gets me is that audio clip in the trailer.
Yeah.
And that's kind of one of the reported sounds, what it sounds like.
Yeah, it was that whole thing we talked about with the coyotes, making the baby scream sound. So that's where that came from. But y'all aren't the first people to say something about that, and I probably should have taken it out, but there was context behind it. It wasn't just randomly thrown in there, and unless you watch the whole thing or understand that, that's why it was put in there.
Yeah.
But I understand the criticism too, so I completely understand that.
I want to.
But there were actually a lot of reports of it making that sound, that baby crying type of sound, trying to lure its victims in.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's, again, so far back in the day, we're not catching any audio of this creature.
Yeah.
Back at that time. If they're still hearing it today, I don't know. I don't think I'm as high as I would be on manifestations, but I would probably put it about on a 5 for the audio, maybe a 4.
I went 5, but
well, if it's maybe anything, we know it's the other number, right?
Yep. So were you going to go 4, or did you want to
go 5?
Maybe a 4.
Maybe a 4.
Okay.
So it's a 5.
Okay. And so the third thing is the feels. This is like emotions, physical contact. This could be smells, other senses that are happening here. And I think the biggest thing is the fear, because it sent a curfew. It brought all the hunters. It closed schools.
Mass panic in the town.
And then it turned around, and now it's a festival.
Now it's
I got to give props to that, because now it's a festival. People come here and have a good time because of Bladenboro.
Yeah.
And I think that adds relevancy to the feels, because it gives you kind of an opposite feeling now. You're not thinking, oh, I'm afraid of it. Now I'm celebrating the beast while I'm riding the teacups and getting the giant ass corn dog that's 3,000 calories.
And the ostrich leg.
And yeah.
I mean, that's what this town is known for at this point. 70 years later, it is known for this beast. Yeah.
It's more known for the beast than it is for the cotton mills now.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, it really is.
So I like the feels here. I'd probably put the feels at probably about an 8.
Yep, that's where I was.
What year is it?
2023. I didn't tell you the whole date.
Farther.
So the next thing is object. And this is, if it throws things or if you hear stuff. In this case, it's probably the livestock being drained of blood and being left. I can't think of anything else that it did. I'm a little lower on this one.
No, I'm actually really low on this one, honestly. It's not affecting mechanicals. It's not
dice.
Yeah, as attacking goats and things like that. I count that aggression. I don't necessarily count that into the object portion. I'm sitting more like at a 2 here because I don't see it affecting things. It's not even stating that it's breaking into chicken coops and breaking the chicken coops to get into them. It's literally killing them all outside. So it's not destroying property or anything like that. So I'm really low on the objects here. I'd probably give it a 2.
Okay. I went 4, and because I did count the livestock bodies being left because that attributes to the fear and the issues that the people had with this thing. Because if they just took the bodies, then nobody would have anything about it. Nobody would have known. So I've got to attribute that. So I'm actually going 4 on it, which puts us at a 3 on the average.
How do I use it?
I think the last aspect for the cryptid is the danger level of this beast. So this is kind of interesting. I think
it's not really dangerous to humans.
I think
aside from the one attack,
when it noticed the one person, it did charge her.
I think it could be aggressive to humans if more humans kind of got away.
It could have been. If the circumstances were right, it could have been.
I think it could have been more dangerous to humans if it didn't already have a big supply of food to already eat.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about different stories of what was being massacred if there wasn't a bunch of goats and pigs and cows laying around.
Yeah. So I'm kind of I always look to the aggression of the creature.
Yeah.
And use that as a base for what I think the danger level would be. So I ended up a little lower than that. I actually went 7. Because I don't think it's as dangerous to humans as it could be. I think there's a possibility there, but it's at least not at this point.
If I look at the aggression, the speed, and the size, and thinking about it as an animal, I'd probably put this about a 7 as well.
Yeah, and again, you have to take into consideration too the location of this animal. Like if you put this thing in downtown Los Angeles, it's not going to have cows and pigs and goats and other things to eat. So, but that's just hearsay and what I'm saying. So it I think by default it if it had the opportunity to attack more humans, it would, but it was in such a rural environment with a lot of places to hide and run and whatnot that added to the mystery, which I think is great.
Yeah, I think so too. I do like the beast.
Yeah, that's good. Like I said, I see a lot of parallels with the chupacabra and the Jersey Devil.
I need to do more research on the Jersey Devil. I've heard of it definitely, but I've never done any type of research or done anything on it. The
show exclusively on Scare Network TV.
Yeah. I haven't called that episode yet. I've been busy. But I do need.
I got a 62. What'd you get, Dave?
I got a 62. Good job, bro.
Again, going back to my math in school, that's an F. But no.
That's an F.
It was. I was gonna go. Yeah, let me put the thing up there to go to Scare Network TV.
Play.
I mean, it's just I'm not saying it was great, but we did a lot of research, and it's it's an hour program, so and we scored it. So yeah, if you get a chance, check it out.
Awesome.
At least use that as a base. But yeah, the Jersey Devil turned out to be gnarlier than I expected. I liked it a lot. Sarah, there it is. See?
Dang, John, what you do to what have you done to that spirit in your house?
I'm not paying attention, man. It's mad.
But,
it gets mad.
But yeah, that makes sense though. So yeah, with it, because so we did the chupacabra first. That was our first cryptid that we did on Scare Network TV, and that one got a 51 because we were kind of, half and half. It was kind of like, okay, some of it seemed real, and then they had a lot of photographic evidence, but a lot of it didn't seem right. There was some issues.
Spirit.
There was a lot of like, this, a lot of things could be debunked, and so we were like, okay, we can't really consider that. So we were kind of on the fence, as believability on the creature. But then we did the Jersey Devil, and the Jersey Devil got a 66. So I predicted that the Beast of Bladenboro would actually fall right in the middle of that.
Yeah, nice.
And sure enough,
so,
62.
So when I think of Chupacabra, I know there's this one famous photograph of this supposed dead Chupacabra. I think it was caught in Texas or whatever. That's what I think of, and that would based off the photograph, was a very small animal. In my opinion.
Yeah.
I guess
that was like bobcat size.
Yeah, exactly. If not smaller. Jersey Devil, was there ever anything called photographic or anything?
It was so early in the 1900s.
Okay.
They just had like drawings of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Rich.
Well, that kind of lines up with Beast of Bladenboro, because that was really obviously before any type of
it was the same type of thing. It was over like a 10-day period where the Jersey Devil just like terrorized New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Very similar. And it's like what you were saying, if the Beast of Bladenboro was in LA, what kind of havoc would it cause? So thinking about that, the Jersey Devil being in New Jersey, it caused a whole lot of problems.
Oh yeah.
Where they closed schools and they had curfews and they had people like hunting this thing and streets and stuff. It was crazy. But in that case, that wasn't a very big creature either. But it was, but it could fly. It was, and it also, it threw stuff at people, and people threw stuff at it. People shot at it, and bullets just bounced off of it. And
really,
hit it with water.
They hit it with a cannonball. Somebody hit it with a cannonball in the early 1900s, and it bounced off, and it just flew off.
Wow, that's great.
We were like, "Holy crap, that's
an interesting one." It was an interesting one.
That's very interesting. I don't know how you explain that.
Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of how we do it.
Nice.
That was the Beast of Bladenboro.
That was the Beast of Bladenboro. So the documentary gets 76. The cryptid gets a 62. I think it falls right in the middle. And then usually, after each segment, we take a break for 5 minutes or so, and then we talk about the next thing.
Nice.
So you're welcome to hang with us if you.
No, I think I'm gonna bow. I think I'm gonna bow out. It's been a long day, and I'm like fighting back yawns and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I saw it.
So, but before we leave, I want to thank you guys for having me on and for being a part of Scare Network and watching my stuff more than anything. I really appreciate it and allow me to, chime in and talk and stuff. And Malithus and Amityville talked that one up. I want to watch what you guys have to say about it, but you got my views on it, and the other one we take for Scare Network, which I hope everybody will watch here in the near future too. So.
Oh yeah. Well, again, we appreciate you, Billy. For coming on here, joining us on the live. We know you didn't have to come here on the live, but definitely appreciate you coming on here as well. Thank you again for letting us be a part of the Scare Network television family. We love it. Can't wait to see how far this goes. I'm loving everything that you're doing on there. I'm loving everything I'm watching on there.
Laughing.
And appreciate you taking your time and coming and hanging out with us for a couple hours.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. The sky's the limit with Scare Network. We're just gonna keep working hard and keep trying to tell good stories. That's all we can do. And thank you guys for your support. Let's keep doing the podcast and put it on there. Yeah, I'm excited, and thank you guys for helping us out with putting more content on the platform too. So
appreciate it.
I am in pain. Why did you come?
What?
Watch.
I was like 2 full sentences there. I am in pain. Why did you come? Oh my god.
And then I said, sorry. Sorry. I guess I interrupted.
Doris.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. On that note, I don't know what kind of podcast you guys are doing here. I'm in pain. Why did you? Oh my gosh.
I am in pain.
Again.
Medicine.
Medicine.
Okay, what kind of podcast are you guys actually doing here?
I don't
It's
know.
getting weird now.
But I'm about due for some more medicine. I'm almost out.
Oh yes.
All right, you guys have a good night, man. I really appreciate it. Have fun, and yeah, let's do this again soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All right,
thanks, Billy.
guys. Have a good
Take
one.
care.
Okay.
All right, guys. That was Billy
awesome.
Lewis. So amazing, so awesome. Love the fact he decided to come on live and hang out with us a little bit more.
Yeah.
We got to score the Beast of Bladenboro with him, which was freaking amazing. And we got 2 more places to go, but I'm drinking.
Follow me.
And we gotta
you
go
know, when we drink alcohol, we're only renting it, so we've got to return it.
So we're gonna take a quick break here. Let me grab some music. Oh, what did I just do? Let's go back here.
we gotta do Beware of the Monster since we just did
Beware of the Monster. There we go. All right, guys, give us a few moments. We'll be right back. And we are back. Holy cow!
Cemetery.
I didn't have to pee. Well, I did, but I didn't have to go that bad. But I had to say goodbye to my grandson because he was going home.
Disagree.
No, too bad.
Oh man, what a great interview for the exclusive on Scare Network.
Mm-hmm.
And so awesome that he jumped on the live with us.
Yeah. See what I got. He's like, I just got girls over, so I can hang out with you guys. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep anytime soon. So,
I feel for. I got 3 daughters too. I know what he's going through.
I only got 1 daughter, and that was enough. So,
oh, so good, so good. Oh,
yeah, you guys go.
Yeah, go to
TV.
Go subscribe to it.
Arthur.
It's $4.99 a month, or if you want to save yourself $20, you can do the $40 subscription for the year. I mean, nobody saves you that much money for an annual membership, but it's definitely worth the money. Again, like we were talking about, not only are we on there, he's got tons of documentaries on there that he's done personally. They have like we're talking about. I love the classic horror movie section that he has.
Horror movies, and now he's got the B horrors that he's doing.
Yes,
there's thrillers, there's true crime.
They just dropped down the new one, the In Between,
Donald
that launched today.
Apologize, Arthur.
I'm sorry, Arthur.
Again, that's my son's name.
Don't go there.
Don't go there.
You said it twice. I just want to make sure.
Where are you? I'm in Colorado. Dave's in California. But no, there's tons of stuff for you guys to watch on there. You could probably start watching today and not finish watching till the end of next month with how much content is on there.
And he's continually adding stuff. Like he just added something today.
Yeah. I'm
constantly content being added. And then plus, us truly, we're adding a show every week.
Every week.
Plus, look forward to in the near future, we're going to put our 5 past episodes for our last episodes of season 2. So we took segments from there, and then 5 of our greatest hits
leaving
on there as well. So 10 more episodes.
10 more episodes on Scare Network TV. So
shortly.
I'm hoping to have those done in the next couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay. So not soon, but shortly.
Leave me alone.
I'm might do like a couple a week, but yeah, I've got to do the current episode, and then I have my other live stream I'm doing and recordings that I'm doing. So yeah, it's a
it's a process, Dave. It's a process.
I'm doing a lot of shit, bro. I got 4 live streams a week. So it's
surgeon.
I got one live stream.
I know.
But I also work 12-hour shifts and all that good stuff. So so where do we want to go from here, Dave? We want to go to the Mason House, Malefice, or
let's go to Malefice. Let's go to the Mason House. So what we're going to do is we're going to score the documentary, and we're going to talk about the documentary. We're talk about the house itself, the demon.
Innocent.
I don't think it's innocent.
None.
I guess none could be considered.
I guess none could be innocent, but yeah. So this was the first paranormal documentary that he did, and it was Malefice, a true story of a demonic haunting. So the basic premise behind this is in 2015.
2015, Dave.
Dave and Sean.
Real.
I want to get his name right. It's Spindler. Is it Spindler?
I thought it was like Spinks or something.
Spinks, yeah. Dave Spinks and Sean Austin back in 2015.
Yeah, Spinks.
Yeah.
So
They're actually there for something totally different.
They were at a different place, and they were like, "Hey, let's go ahead and walk over here. Let's go over to this place and check this place out."
Lower.
And it turned out to be nasty, but in the process, Sean passed on 2 women spirits.
Yes. While he was there, he passed on 2 female spirits.
Yeah, and then after that, he was attacked.
I would say harassed.
Like he was accosted.
He could have put paper on this person.
Yeah. He could have got a restraining order or something on this guy because he was like, there are rules, and you broke the rules.
Yeah. And the scream. So then they. So what? So he gets harassed. So he goes on vacation with first he gets harassed while he's at his house.
Yeah.
Where he sees the shadow figure, and then he sees the freaking demon standing at the end of the bed and goes, "There are rules." I mean,
yeah.
and then he's getting harassed, and then him and his girlfriend at the time decided to go to Nashville, and they're just at a B&B, and then they start getting things, mimicking their voices and calling each other and things like that. And then they're doing a whole separate investigation with Dave, Eric,
different location. Yeah.
But because he keeps getting harassed by this demon from the Mason house, they bring it up. Like, are you mad at Sean for what he did at the Mason house?
Here. Yeah.
And
screamed at him.
Just literally screamed at him like, ah! And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I'd say it's mad. Sean, I think it's mad.
I think you made it mad.
Watching.
Good. Keep watching. Like and subscribe while you do it.
Exactly. Yeah. We'd love to get some Afterlife subscriptions.
Jacket.
I don't know how I would react if something like that came through.
Annoying.
No.
Okay.
I think it'd be a little bit more than annoying.
And then I said, okay, fight. You're going to fight.
Where are you?
I'm in
That's
Colorado.
right. I'm going to fight. And I was saying that. I was watching this.
Rituals.
Yeah. Rituals were done.
But yeah, I was watching this documentary, and I was like, if I was in this situation, I would fight this thing because I would have to. I wouldn't be like, no.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a choice.
I would do exactly what Sean did. Sean, I got to go back and I got to close this door because it's coming after me. It's coming after my family, and it's messing with me at other locations. It's causing all kinds of problems.
Yeah,
I just I'm like, yeah, I'd kind of be in the same boat. I'd be like, I gotta go back and attack this thing. I can't sit here and just take its shit anymore.
No, you're gonna have to do something about it. You can't let that just hang over you and continue to disrupt your life.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to go back and close it out. And I'd be interested to hear from Sean if he actually was able to close that out to where he's no longer being harassed and affected by this demon. Maybe. And I'm not going to say its name.
Yeah.
Because I learned that with Ralph Sarchi. In fact, I didn't even write it down on my piece of paper.
I was going to ask you to put it in the Ovilus and see if you'd get it, but then I was like, nah.
Recorder.
See?
Oh, as a word?
Yeah. The demon's name.
Should I put the one from Amityville in there too?
Yeah. I was gonna say, and then that way if we were on the thing and we got
I can add it real quick. I'm scared to add it though.
Who's this?
Kisses. Night.
Oh.
Confused.
Should I add it, Dave?
Yeah, I didn't want to scare Billy at all, but yeah, let's do it. It's just us. And then if we get one of them, then we do a shot. No.
just all right. Clarify the spelling for me. If we spell it, we can't. We can't. It's different, right? Molloch.
Yeah, I put it in the private chat.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, there we go. All right, well, I'll put that in there, and then the one for Amityville.
There were two at Amityville.
I remember the main one. I thought it was BA or BI. Is it BE?
That was BE. Could be BA.
BELIAL?
Yeah. I did
AL?
EL. That's my bad.
I think it's AL. Yeah.
I think it's AL.
Was there? Was it? I put
There were two demon names.
Oh, that's all right. I'll put that one in there too. Dave, if we get these names,
I'm doing a shot. If we get these names, I'm doing a shot.
All right. I got all three of them in there.
Okay.
It is recalibrating, and now it is listening. It's going to be interesting. So I'm not going to say its name.
Not here. Other side.
Not here.
The other side. It'd be funny if you got the name over there, even though it's in my library.
Because I can't add words, but if I get it, I might be. I'm going to take a break, so I need to bless my house.
If I get it, I might have to take a break so I can bless my house.
we're gonna take a 5-minute break. We're gonna light some sage, and we're gonna do a smudging.
Oh, that's hilarious. But no, this documentary was phenomenal. I loved how Billy put this together.
Yeah.
I know he's a huge critic on himself, but I love how he puts his documentaries together.
Yeah.
And
really this is I think this is my favorite documentary of the three. It's really close. I mean, this one and Amityville are kind of neck and neck, but I really liked it. And I think my favorite part is that this I haven't seen I couldn't find anything about this house online.
No, I looked too. Basically all the things that we're going to be scoring this for the haunting aspect of this.
That's what we got in the documentary.
Based off the documentary that we watched.
Yeah.
Drowned. I am in pain.
This place is phenomenal. Yeah. I was like, holy cow.
Rituals.
But it's everything I think that you kind of want in this type of documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you want. I mean, this is the stuff that they caught here. And I know we're going to talk about, I mean, I guess we could talk about it now.
Is this yours?
the multiple, and yes, this is my drink. The multiple intelligent responses that they got through the spirit boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Homeless.
And from the homeless, I guess.
Be quiet.
The fact that it went
purgatory
6 years in between them going the first time and them coming the second time, which, like I said, they got that scream on another investigation, which basically said, hey, we have to go back there.
Yeah.
We have to go back to this. Call Billy. Let's do this.
Yeah. It's interfering.
Why am I here?
And this is the first time him and Sean are working together. So Dave calls Bill's like, hey man, we're on this investigation right now in Ohio, but we got to go to this place in Ohio and we got to do something here. Grab your stuff. Let's film it.
Guardian.
Like this was a spare of the moment documentary that they filmed.
William.
And it was so well put together.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, because it was the first one Billy'd ever done. So he's like, okay, I'm going to go to this place for 4 days and I'm just going to sit there and film these guys. And then, see if I can piece together enough things to make a documentary out of it.
I love the fact that he says he's a skeptic, but even he can feel the negativity in that house.
Yeah.
Walking in there.
Well, he said that he felt dirty. It felt icky in that house, no matter where he was. He wouldn't get under the covers of the bed. He wouldn't take his clothes off.
No.
Closet.
He slept dressed.
What?
Yeah.
He didn't like the basement. He went down to the basement to do B-roll, and he felt like there was someone like on his shoulder the whole time, like watching.
Other side.
Yeah.
So that's going to lead into the feels.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of our thing.
Why
here.
are you here?
Very much a repressive energy in that place.
Yeah. Well, they said, as soon as we walked in, it was heavy. It was like, dude. And just, not just the house, but the land around it.
Yeah.
Is scarred and nasty.
They literally stated like what's going to happen if we go outside, because they wanted to go check out the land, and they're like, can be killed.
Yeah, death. What's going to happen? Death is going to happen.
Yeah. And then they do go outside, and then they start getting intelligent responses on where to find the buried women.
Yeah. And babies.
Yeah.
And where to find them, how many there are.
Yeah. It's like, well, how far away are we?
Which direction?
It's all, how far away are we? It says a mile.
Yeah.
It literally gives them a distance.
Yeah. Is that, am I pointing in the direction I need to go? Yes.
Holy shit.
Okay, let's go walk. How many babies are buried out here? 5.
What? Is Robert out here? Yes. Oh, wow. If you guys don't know, Robert is the, I guess, doctor that performed the many abortions and tortured these women while aborting them, eventually killing women back in the early 1800s.
Yeah.
Roof.
But the crazy thing is, like what Billy was saying is like they couldn't find like written proof of what this guy did.
Sink.
Yeah. But when they talk about it with the spirit box and everything, and they started getting the intelligent responses about what this guy did.
What is this? Satan.
That was yours.
Yours said, what is this? And mine said Satan. Mine answered.
Yeah, it's. And they asked if this guy was possessed by something.
Yeah.
To make him do this. Was he a puppet for the devil?
A puppet for the demon. Yeah.
And it said, he sure is.
I'm leaving.
Oh, really?
Dress.
Man, this house is nice. Get out. Too bad we can't stay, baby.
Too bad we can't stay. I mean, they caught shadow figures here.
Yep. I got a picture.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
A full-on shadow figure coming out of the closet.
Yeah. That someone during Sean's life had to point out because he wasn't paying attention to it.
Yeah. He was told, he found out about it like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude.
And then he goes to bed with his rosary on the bed and then finds it in a different spot on the bed, all crumped up and thrown down.
Yeah.
Karma.
I don't know if you'd call it karma.
Well, karma is kind of like luck, good or bad.
Yeah.
I'm close.
Okay. And then there's this picture, which always gets me. It got me in the documentary. So Eric, one of the investigators, took a picture of Billy.
Bloody.
Yeah,
Another
this is
room.
Billy behind the camera.
There's Billy behind the camera, and there's this weird face. And you said that you know, in the close-up, you blew this up. And Billy's face is there behind it. So
yeah, it's
this
on the left-hand side of it.
Yeah.
I wish you would have caught. Did the screen capture of the zoom in, because that's when you can really see Billy's face.
Yeah.
Because Eric zooms in on the picture, and I hit pause. I was like, "Wait a minute," because I thought I saw it when he did it. Because I was watching it, I was like, "Wait a minute, hold on." I rewound and let it play again. And when he zoomed in, I hit pause. I'm like, "Sure as shit."
What is that?
I said, "That is not Billy's face." And I'm watching it with my girlfriend, and I go, "Look to the left. There's Billy's face." It's crazy. I was like, "That's two faces. There. I could see Billy's face right there." And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Who the fuck's face is that?"
Follow me.
No. I'm not.
I don't think so, dude.
Yeah.
What?
What? It's a what?
What do you mean, what?
Dude, when they're talking about, when they're down in the basement and they're talking about Sean crossing over those two women, and the thing growls at them, and then it says there's hell to pay. I was like, there's a multitude
Laura,
of intelligent responses
not.
that come through the spirit box. That's one thing I asked Sean, is if I should get the SB7 or if I should get the new SB11.
Convicted.
So I'm gonna get one of those. Imagine that, having that plugged into the board.
I'm lost.
Oh,
Touch.
I love this documentary. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
Shit getting scratched there.
Guardian.
Loud
yeah.
bangs
And
going
the
on.
woman,
Yeah.
Jackie, that
Stroke.
was there.
Jackie, yeah. Coming up for the
She
second
had
night.
no idea what was done there.
No, and
But
then
she
getting the feeling that her
Like
ovaries are getting ripped out.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
That was crazy.
How are you?
To have that
Satan?
feeling, and then
Talk with me.
I'm talking with you. I'm talking with Dave too. I'm having two conversations at one time.
Right.
I don't know. This place was phenomenal. This is, and the crazy thing is, as much evidence that they caught talking to Billy,
What is this?
he was talking about Yorktown and what was the other one?
He was talking about Letchworth
and talking about how much evidence they caught there.
Yeah.
At those locations. And then you got the one down in Texas that's coming out. It's, man. And then there's so much content I have to go watch. Oh, I gotta watch this one. I gotta finish watching the 4-part series. Like kid in a paranormal candy store.
Telling you.
The way it mimicked Eric and Dave.
I was hating the other voices.
Buried.
Like it came through. Like it did sound like Eric saying boy. And then it did sound like Dave saying Eric's name. Like yelling at him, Eric. I was like, whoa. No, I don't
Leave it.
think it was tradition. so much stuff happened at this place in a 4-day period, and for them to capture it was phenomenal.
Hospital.
Yeah, and there were stuff like they had so many orbs and stuff that they cut a lot of that out.
Yeah, they were getting so much as what they like to call it, spiritual energy. Spirit energy. So it.
And when you said as they like to call it, mine just said hell.
Hell.
Why?
Why?
Who is he?
As Dave.
Hey, you don't know me by now?
Place is fun.
I zoomed in a little bit on the picture.
Yeah, you can kind of see.
You can kind of see just on the left, there's like a shadow.
Yeah, you can kind of see his face sitting there. But why is that face sideways?
Why is that? Yeah, it looks like Jacob's Ladder. If you look at the cover of Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, yes. And what about that red heart?
The red heart. Yeah, what is that? Ghost is all.
Leave me alone.
I heart you.
I heart you. I'm a demon, but I love you.
I'm gonna rip it out later.
This is what I want.
Oh, this place is so good, so good. Wait, do you want to score the documentary?
Yeah, I've got scores on all the documentaries, so if you want to do that,
scores.
Yeah, I already did my scores.
I didn't do my scores.
But because I had 3 of them, I wanted to make sure I kept track of what I was going to do. After with Billy's account though, I'm kind of changing my haunted scores a little bit, but just like I changed the cryptid score a little bit based on his account of the documentary.
Battle.
There was a battle, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
So the cast on here.
Now again, we start with the basic 4 because it's a documentary.
Talk with me.
And then we know Sean Austin. Yep. So I added 2 points.
We know Ralph Sarchie. So that's another 2.
That's another 2. So that's a 9.
What is that?
Billy was kind of on it, but
yeah.
But I'm not gonna count Billy because he wasn't in the cast. But
so the acting
is like this is the passion, the believability, and
nice.
Stuff like that. And I thought this was good here. Sean knows how to spin it.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
It makes you want to listen.
Yeah,
I wonder how this looks. Nope, I don't like it. All right, back to that. And we can't see Malavis at all because it's just completely overshadowed by it. I was like, I thought maybe it would show up above it, but it doesn't.
No.
Anyway,
you're not.
I didn't. I changed my mind. So I gave it an 8.
I was thinking 8 too. I was thinking 8
busy
here as well.
And then the plot. So reading the synopsis and looking at the trailer, I gave this a 9.
I'm close.
Yeah, I'd probably put this at a 9.
I was like, oh yeah, I am so down to. I wanted to watch it when we interviewed Ralph Sarchie just by reading the synopsis on IMDb, and I was like, dude, I want to watch this so bad.
Yeah. So the ending,
I thought the ending was great here.
I think the ending was really strong here. It felt like there was closure to it.
Yeah. Well, and then you get that extra scene with the shadow figure.
Yeah, with and it's like, oh, but wait, bonus footage
out with that, and then they, and then of course they perform the exorcism on the house.
Yeah,
and did the whole blessing on the house. I liked it. I gave it a 10. I thought the ending was amazing.
Ending's a 10. I like the story.
I like the story here too. I'm at a 10 also for the story.
Yeah.
And one thing that Billy knows how to tell the story.
Billy knows how to tell the story. Yes, he does.
And I noticed that in the Beast of Bladenboro. I mean, otherwise, I don't know if I'd have liked that documentary if the story wasn't done so well.
Yeah.
False.
As I say, he doesn't give himself enough credit.
Yeah, if it was more, I mean, the graphics look like Finding Bigfoot, and if it was more like that, I'd have been like, "Fuck that guy."
Yeah.
Sure.
but yeah, I gave the story a 10. I thought it was an amazing story.
I'm right there with you. So the subject,
interest in the subject matter, it was a 10 for me because I was like, "Oh, demons, Ralph Sarchie, Sean Austin, I'm in." Yeah.
Airbnb. That's the crazy thing. It's not
Pagan,
even a place
offended.
you could go rent this place.
Karma.
Sorry. I might go down to my haunted level here. Yeah, 10. I cinematography.
I mean, Billy had to work with what Sean had, because you can tell the beginning of it was the stuff that they did together without Billy.
Yeah,
so it was a lot of handheld stuff, a lot of shaky shit. Yeah, that first part of the documentary, you can tell when Billy comes in. The cinematography improves once Billy shows up.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's still, there's a lot of handheld cameras, there's a lot of IR stuff and full spectrum stuff. There's still some decent drone shots of the I kind of like how he throws those in, and I like the imagery that he puts in with the angels and all that.
Yeah.
I dug that, and I'm gonna put that with the direction as well. So I went 8 for the cinematography.
Sync.
I'm picking up what you're putting down there. I like an 8.
Okay. And then direction, I mean, basically the same thing. So for direction, I also put an 8 for how he did. I can tell his direction improved here.
Yes.
Even though this was his first, I think he did this one before the Beast of Bladenboro, but I still think the direction was better here.
Yes. Yeah.
So you picking up an 8 too?
Yeah, I'm picking up on an 8. Yep.
All right. This is a paranormal documentary. So we look at how creepy it is and the twist. So
Brother.
creepy, it's a 10. It's creepy as fuck. This thing,
Creepy as hell.
this place, I didn't even know all the stuff that Billy was talking about, but when I watched this and I saw them in the house and doing stuff, especially when Eric was sleeping in the basement, I wanted to take a shower.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it felt icky to me, and I'm watching it.
It sticks on you.
I'm not there. It was like there's a smell coming off I'm like, wow. And closet.
Yeah.
Where the shadow figure was.
The closet was crazy.
Oh yeah. So I'm at a 10 for the creepy factor.
Yeah. Kills.
We're talking twist. So
twist. Sorry,
not
kills.
So something you didn't expect. There's a surprise or something like that. And I love the fact that Sean performed an exorcism on the house.
Yeah, I like that fact. I don't know if twist can do state that that's kind of why they're going there.
Yeah, but the shadow figure at the end, that was a twist. I did not expect that to show up at the end.
I wasn't expecting so much intelligent responses.
Yeah. Oh, and cussing. Oh man, it was fuck you and fuck that.
Fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like how you should. I'm gonna exercise this house. I was like, fuck you. Fuck your Jesus is what it said once. Fuck your Jesus.
It was bad.
That was filth,
So
man.
I think on the
It's
twist here, it's coming. It's coming. That's right. Drum roll, please.
Scared.
I think
No thanks.
scared. No thanks.
Gym.
Yeah, I'm not going to the gym.
No, thanks.
I'd probably put
12-ounce curls. I'm good.
9 is where I'm sitting on the twist.
I'm down for that.
Imprisoned. I see you. Shopkeeper. Don't.
Did you just pick up what I put down? 91.
81?
I got
91. 81. 9,
Maybe I messed
17.
up.
9, 17. 26,
36, 46, 56.
You want to play?
64. Or no, 64.
64.
Am I dead?
That's where I messed up.
82,
64.
91.
That's where I messed up. Yeah, 92. Which is funny because on your way back, you messed up where I did.
I messed up. I messed up the second time where you messed up the first time, and I'm like, nope, that's not right. Go back.
Wow.
91 for a documentary. That's good.
92 for a documentary.
No, 91.
Hey. $91, yeah.
Yeah. 82 plus 9, 91.
Yeah, I still had the 2s. It stuck in my head when I was writing it down. 91.
Terrible
But shit, 91.
Yeah.
Coming to get me. Sorry.
Wish Billy would have saw that.
Hurry.
He said he was going to go back. But I'll
24.
tell him. I'll email him. I'll tell him our scores.
I want to re-add this one up here though.
You want to? I want to recount it a fifth time. Okay, now I got 86.
26, 35, which makes it 36.
Okay.
44, 51, 52, 59.
Trapped. Down. Chair. Sun.
It is not 72. Because
How old are
59
you?
and 8 is 67, 68.
What are
Grandmother.
you looking at?
The first one.
The Beast?
Yeah.
It's 62.
You said 76.
76 for the documentary.
Yeah. 10,
Yeah.
Maybe.
18,
10,
26,
18, 26,
35.
35, 43, 50, 57, 65, 73, 74, 75, 76. With the
Behind
point
you.
five.
Burnt. Positive.
I still don't come up with that number. I still don't come up with that number. I don't know how I'm not coming up with that number. Where am I fucking up at?
War.
I don't know. Okay, so let's add the top half. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. 18 plus 8 is 26. 26 plus 9 is 35.
With the 2 halves, 36.
36 with the 2 halves. Okay.
Yeah.
So set that aside. 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 plus 7 is 22. 22 plus 8 is 30. Plus 8 is 38.
Oh, I know where I fucked up. I know where I fucked up. I know where I fucked up. Because because I forgot to write kills down. I had to write it in other spot, and I keep forgetting to add that 8. Okay. All right. 76 it is. I was like, where the hell am I fucking up? And as I was adding, I was all, oh, I keep forgetting to add kills.
Oh, I'm only adding 9 numbers. That's why.
Okay, I'm all good now.
Prime.
I'm like, no, I am not that drunk yet.
Electric.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So
let's score the location, how haunted it is.
Protect. Suffocate.
I think the residual here is low. To tell you the truth, I think the residual here is low.
Okay. I do not have a low score here for the residual. I definitely think there's more intelligent here than anything.
Based off the documentary, I wasn't getting a whole big residual feel on this location at all. Unless you consider that repressive energy that's sitting in this house.
Well, that also goes with the feels, but I'm thinking the orbs themselves can be residual, and they caught a whole bunch of orbs. And I think Sean in the documentary talks about residual energy in that house and on the land.
Janet.
And the only problem I have with that is, though, when they go to do the actual investigation, it's
they got intelligent response.
Intelligent energy.
Bitch followed him out there and was like, "Oh, you want to go on the land? All right, let's go on the land."
So that's why I'm having a hard problem
that way. Have fun.
Okay, so yeah, so if I go based off the heaviness of the house being a residual negativity energy just laying there, based off of what happened, and if I calculate the spirit energy flying around that they caught, the multiple spirit orbs, whatever you want to call them, I'm still not really high, but I'd probably put the residual more of a 5, maybe a 6.
Yeah, I went 5.
You went 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Sing.
Now the intelligence here, it's a 10. All fingers and thumbs is a 10. Yeah. There's no other way to explain it. It's a 10, right? I mean,
I don't see any reason why it's not a 10 with the audio responses, the EVPs, the
computer. Are you okay?
You have to consider that the orbs could be intelligent as well.
The shadow
the
figures,
gosh, just the yeah.
So okay, how do you feel about after watching the documentary? How do you feel about the poltergeist activity here?
Well, see, that was interesting. I didn't get a lot of poltergeist activity here.
We got the 3 loud bangs.
Yeah.
You got the ping pong ball sound.
The ping pong ball sound, but no ping pong ball. So I had to put that with audio. I couldn't really say that was poltergeist.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're right. There's not a big.
And there was camera didn't get knocked down, and because you see that a lot with investigations, but I didn't see any cameras getting knocked down. I didn't see no chairs moving, no real poltergeist activity. So I had to go with the bangs. I did give a small bonus to the ping pong ball sound because that sounded like a ping pong ball.
Okay?
There was somebody was playing beer pong and it left the table. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So I actually went 3 for poltergeist.
I was thinking 3 myself. So the non-human element here.
Dylan.
It's all fingers and thumbs, Dave.
Fingers and thumbs. I'd count to 21 if I was naked, but I don't know about that. That was mine. And we're out. That's our show.
So 10, Dave.
We'll go 10.
Oh, that's
Lewis.
hilarious.
Lewis. So this
Really? Lewis? Just got done talking to Billy Lewis.
yeah, we were just talking to Billy Lewis.
That's funny. Yeah, he was there. The history of this place.
It's interesting because there's no confirmation.
No confirmation.
Of the
Recently.
history of this place. The history of this place seems to come from the ghosts.
I mean, the land is super old. The
Yeah.
land used to be a huge property before it got sectioned off.
Yeah.
They're based off of what they found out goes back to a doctor back in the 1800s named Robert, who performed multiple abortions and tortured women, and enjoyed doing it and killing them.
Who?
Robert.
Who?
Robert.
Robert.
You got a fucking owl in here? What the fuck?
Satanic.
God damn it.
great.
How?
Instruments?
Yeah. Apparently he just went in and scrambled the eggs and
They poked, yeah.
poked. Yeah, there was a lot of poking. Because he raped them too.
Sacrifice.
He did rape them. And you're saying
Sacrifice them.
sacrifice.
Oh, holy
they
crap.
did say
The
that.
demon.
They did
Yeah,
say
he
the
did do
babies
that
were
because that's what the
sacrificed to
demon
the
was.
demons.
Yeah. The demon takes sacrifices of children.
Yes. Which is the whole thing of the demon.
Yeah.
I'm not saying his name.
Not saying his name. Ovulus, what's the demon's name? Nothing?
It's not saying his name either. It knows.
It knows. I ain't doing it.
So, what would you give on the history of this place?
Board. Change. Belial.
It just said Belial.
Oh, fuck.
Dave, why'd you make me put those words in? No, I said dead, Dave. No, I said dead.
Yeah, and that's Amityville, though. We're not even on that one yet. Damn it. I said I was going to do a shot. Son of a bitch.
I so blame you for this. Oh.
I can't.
I can't either. I can't believe you said that.
More.
More what?
Traitor.
Who?
Didn't do it again while I was gone, did it?
No.
Greetings.
Greetings, Dave.
Greetings. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad to be back.
I'm trying.
What
Me
are you
too.
trying?
All right.
Graveyard.
Great. Yeah, there was a graveyard there.
Mail.
Mail.
So the history of this place, 7?
Yeah, I went 7.
Some manifestation. Got the
A
shadow.
lot
figure.
of orbs. A lot of orbs. A lot of spirit
Sorry.
energy here.
Asshole.
Shadow figure.
Yeah, I know I'm an asshole. Dennis Leary wrote a song about me.
Yep.
So there's a lot of orbs, spiritual energy, shadow figure.
The picture of Billy.
The picture of Billy, that's
a good manifestation. And of course, the shadow figure. So there's good manifestation here.
good manifestation. I'd probably put the manifestation probably around a 7 here as well.
Yep. I'm a 7 also.
Audio, a lot of freaking audio. It's a 10.
Barbara. I'm close.
Absolutely a 10. I mean, and it was intelligent. It was interactive.
The screams coming through the GoPros.
Laughing, different voices coming in.
The mimicking.
There was definitely some good doppelganger shit going on.
Do not.
And just the cussing, just the fuck you and fuck your Jesus and
fuck you, Sean.
Whenever they provoked
Bless.
or said something they didn't like, it was they tried to do a blessing.
Francis.
And it was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a 10.
10. Yeah. Feels.
I think the feels are really good here.
We're gonna start at a 5 automatically.
Yeah.
She got scratched.
Below.
She was touched. Below.
Singing.
She wasn't singing.
Run away.
But you get that heavy feeling when you walk in.
How about that anger from the actual spirits?
Yeah.
Let's not forget about their feelings. I mean, you had screaming coming through. Not just from the bad entity.
Grandfather.
That's the third time it said that. I'm way down with the feels here. I've 9, maybe a 10.
I was at a 9 before talking to Billy about this.
Rich.
Yeah, I could easily be at a 10.
What happened to me?
So I think it could absolutely be a 10 here.
I think it absolutely could be a 10 here.
Disrespectful.
Are we going 10 or do you want to go 9.5?
No, I'm gonna go 10.
Let's go 10.
I'm gonna go 10.
Okay, objects. Again, not a lot of poltergeist activity, so not a lot of objects moving, not a lot of things being thrown. We gotta again, I gave, the bangs and the ping pong ball was all I did. So I matched the poltergeist score and I actually went 3 again.
You went 3 on that.
Yeah.
Just thinking. So just processing the whole documentary in my head.
Feeling.
Yeah,
feeling it out.
Yeah, I like a 3. I like a 3.
There is. Not here. Laughing.
It was laughing. So the danger level here.
Necklace.
I'm high on the danger level.
I'm high on the danger level too. And I started at a 10 because this thing messed with Sean for followed
him, harassed him
for
6 years.
Yeah, just followed him, harassed him, went to locations, went to his vacations, came after him. Basically, it was and gave him nightmares, made him do stuff. Yeah, and then turned around and when they came back to the place, continued to mess with him, mess with Eric, mess with Dave, mimicked them, did stuff.
I was actually getting a little worried about Eric during watching that.
Yeah, especially when he was by himself in the basement sleeping.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't feel good right now. So yeah, he had to get a cleansing there.
Yeah. I think I'm at a 10 on the danger.
Yeah. As I said, I started at a 10.
Me too.
And then after I was at a 10 after watching the documentary.
Yeah.
And then getting Billy's accounts of how he felt there and the stuff that happened to him that wasn't on camera. I can't see dropping that score. So definitely a 10.
Pleasure.
75.
75. That's a good haunted location, bro.
It's a good haunted location. Great
Mason
documentary.
House in Ohio.
Huh?
That's the Mason House in Ohio.
Mason House in Ohio. Also, you can,
Heaven.
if you want to watch the documentary, it's called Malefice on scarenetwork.tv.
And Malefice is defined as an evil deed.
Yes. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is basically what that guy Robert was doing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Back.
So with that said, take a quick break.
Take a quick break.
I'll be right back.
And then we talk about Amityville again.
We're gonna give Amityville a true score.
We're going to give Amityville a true score.
All right.
All right, let's do this.
Let's see. What do we want to listen for music here for the?
Let's see. We got to do something.
How about the Infested City?
Be careful.
I was going to go Let's Play with the Demon, but
Old. Flashlight.
yeah, Infested City's fine. Yeah, I know there was one of those that I didn't like.
All right, so give us about 5-10 minutes. We'll be right back. Enjoy the creepy music. We are back. We're back.
Knife.
Yes.
Drop the knife, Dave. Drop the knife.
I haven't. I'm not holding a knife.
Smell.
All right. So we talked about Mason House from the documentary Ice. We talked about the Beast of Bladenboro, based off the documentary of the Beast of Bladenboro. Now we're going to go back.
False.
And again,
Roof. Mother.
We're talking about the Amityville house.
Amityville, our old friend.
Our old friend. And again, this place is just so interesting. It's so okay. Here's the question I have for you, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to score this based off the documentary, or do you want to score this based off everything we've ever talked about on the Amityville?
Rich.
Rich again. That's like 5 times.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Because I know we're going to score the documentary, but when
we're going to score the documentary as a documentary, but we have to score
Jennifer.
We would have scored the history of the Mason House in Ohio if we could find anything.
Molly.
Yeah.
What was that?
Dylan.
Oh. Oh my God. Why'd you make me put these names in here, Dave?
Why'd you agree to it? I was like, I had a thought that you'd do it, and you're like, okay, I'll do it. And now I'm like, I'm regretting it.
Why?
Ritual.
Great.
This is the one from the one we were just talking about.
I know.
You know, what did I just say? Oh.
Fuck your Jesus.
In front of you.
Okay, so we're gonna just
happening.
What is happening? You're getting Dave drunk. That's what's happening. I'm gonna have to delete
if you give me that third demon's name, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just getting up and I'm walking off.
Why would it say those, Dave?
Why would it say the Amityville? What?
I said okay. Why
would it say the Amityville demon while we were talking about Maleficus and say the Maleficus demon when we were talking about Amityville? That's what I want to know. You just messing with us?
Tombstone, which yes, Sean does go look at some tombstones at our graveyard.
Yep. In fact, that's kind of how this documentary gets started.
Stressed. Seance.
Yeah. He's kind of, he kept having these dreams and visions and stuff. And so he decides one day to grab some of his equipment and head over to the cemetery where the DeFeos are buried. And he just starts getting these responses while he's at the cemetery. And then
where is it?
From there, he actually is like,
I see you.
No.
Okay.
Blessed.
Thanks.
Thank you. He jumps in his car because he doesn't want to keep doing this around all these people that are who are also at the cemetery,
Mhm.
and he just continues to get these responses.
Bite.
One for the little boy John at the house who was ended up killed by his brother,
Mhm.
and then goes oh, excuse me, and he goes from there and literally is like, calls up Billy and is like, hey, we need to go, we need to do something. And so forth. There was the birth of the documentary Amityville Resurgence.
Mhm.
But the stuff that they capture in this
Run.
documentary,
Bright.
I don't want to ruin it for a lot of people, but
Willie.
because this just came out last year, they had, well, I mean, I guess we talked about it a lot during when we had our Sean Austin interview.
Yeah.
They had spiritual energy orbs, whatever you want to call them, literally fly through solid
Belial.
objects and turn his
Library.
recorder
Work.
off.
Yeah. And save the recording. It saved the recording and shut it off. I thought that was an interesting one.
But he did get, while he was at the cemetery.
Gun.
Yeah, gun.
Run.
No, they didn't get a chance to run. He did get the demon's name while he was at the cemetery.
Yes.
And then again when they were in the car. But it was a different demon's name in the car.
Yes.
It's crazy. I mean, this whole documentary, I mean, yeah, it's him, Ralph Sarchie, and Billy sitting in a fucking car less than a block away, to where you could still see the Amityville house. And they're getting responses from the people that died inside the Amityville house.
Yeah.
Gone.
And then you get, oh my God, when they do the sound of the gunfire.
Am I a ghost? Yes.
Yeah. Answered its own question.
Yes, it did. And then if I'm still trying to figure out. Go ahead.
There was also a connection to this picture.
Yes.
Where Ralph asks if, because the person that they're in contact with is John DeFeo, the younger son. And this picture is supposedly of John.
Yes.
But it was taken after after he died, and the DeFeos were gone. So Ralph Sarchie asked while they were across the street,
Donna.
the picture of the little boy, is that you? And he said, that isn't me.
Yeah, it literally said, that isn't me. And he's like, I knew it.
Yep.
Library.
What I'm trying to figure out, and I know we talked about this in a previous, when we talked about Amityville before. How did nobody hear the gunshots?
Yeah.
No one hears the gunshots.
Yeah.
Not even the people he was shooting. How do you kill 5 people one at a time?
Yeah, how do you,
and not wake up?
Well, yeah, how do you kill 6 people who are face down in the bed?
Yeah.
Without somebody waking up?
Is it 6 people or 5 people?
It was 6.
6 people.
Psychic.
And the only reason people knew is because he went to the bar.
He went to the bar and said, I think somebody's been shot.
Family.
Somebody shot my family. And then they're like, dude, you shot your family. What are you talking about?
No.
Yeah. And then, none of the neighbors heard it.
Yeah.
Nobody heard anything. Now they're saying that the toxicology was negative.
Yeah.
But there are drugs and toxins that can push through the system fast and aren't traceable.
This is true. This is true.
So that's possible.
Confused.
I know it is still kind of confusing.
There's also that possibility that he was actually possessed.
Well, yeah, or that he had accomplices. He had partners.
Or he had partners to do it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I got an image, and this was when we interviewed Sean Austin. I got the image that they were bound.
But none of the photos suggested that, and none of the autopsies suggested that.
I know, but I mean, I got the impression. And like I said, it's just an image. Whether real or not, I don't know, but I got the image of them laying face down, and then somebody used nylons and tied the wrists together under the bed.
That's crazy.
And then killed everybody, and then went and just snipped the nylons off and took it.
But that would leave a mark still, I think.
What nylons? I don't think that would leave a ligature mark.
That's a possibility.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's the image that I got. I don't know. But still, the neighbors would have heard it. I mean, if you walk out,
crying.
There's a house right next door.
If Sean and Ralph would have stepped out of their car and they were across the street from the house, if they'd have yelled at the top of their lungs, all these houses' lights would have turned on.
Oh yeah.
Come out. So you think a gun wouldn't have stirred some kind of reaction? Even a suppressed shotgun makes a loud enough sound.
Oh yeah. It's not like the movies.
Yeah. And in the 70s, it was really fine. It was really hard to get a suppressor for a shotgun. You almost had to make one. But the fact that there's
it wasn't a shotgun.
Really,
it was a Marlin rifle. It wasn't a shotgun.
Oh, it was a rifle. Yeah, but it was it was big. It wasn't like
I see you.
It wasn't like a 22 where it's like pop.
Yeah.
Watching you.
Where you can just put a pillow. You couldn't just put a pillow in front of it and go.
No, it wasn't 4th of July, so nobody's expecting fireworks. Yeah. It's
child.
And if that wasn't bad enough, then you have the Lutzes that move in.
Sacrifice.
That was mine.
Yeah, mine said child. Yours said sacrifice.
Yep. Are you talking about the Mason house again, or is this Amityville?
But the Lutzes move in.
Yep.
Cage.
And then they start seeing freaky shit. Now that story kind of goes back and forth on whether or not it's real or not. There are people pointing fingers.
That was where we started giving it a low score the first time because we weren't sure the Lutzes were on the up and up.
Missing.
In the documentary, though, it notes how John DeFeo Sr. and George Lutz, how alike they looked.
Yes.
And that's interesting.
Yeah. To where they were seeing a pig face thing staring down at them at the window.
Mm-hmm.
Show yourself.
The priest hearing the house literally say, "Get out."
Yeah, and
green slime oozing out of the walls.
True. Crying.
Keyholes.
True. Yeah, off the doors and stuff. And what about the flies? Not only the flies reported in the house, but the flies that were around Sean.
Fire.
Oh yeah.
When he was at the cemetery, all of a sudden he had a bunch of flies around him.
Yeah.
But again, Sean has an experience and then is like followed or traced, or shit keeps happening to him until he goes back
Angel.
to try to close that door. So it's almost like
Tradition.
it's almost like he accidentally opens a door and
Yeah.
then something follows him out. And then he's like, "Oh crap, you're messing with me now. I'm gonna have to go back and close the door." That's what he
Yeah.
did at the Mason house, and that's what he had to do with Amityville.
Where?
Yeah.
Amityville.
Burnt.
Yeah. So, but to have two families experience issues, and then
Believe.
to have, to be like a half a block away
Count.
with a camera on the house and getting paranormal activity.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a powerful house. That's intelligent for it to come all the way out there, because you're talking about me, okay. And I'm sorry, I'm giving points to the fact that it's tracking us.
Work.
Yeah, there's something going on here.
There's something going on connecting us to Amityville. And is it because we're talking about it? Probably. But our connections with Ralph, with Sean, now with Billy,
Yeah.
and the intelligent responses that we get, the stuff that we get about Amityville on other shows, and
Possessed.
right.
Traitor.
Who's a
I
traitor?
just think it's uncanny the amount, because I really didn't think much of Amityville.
No, I mean, I was a fan of,
yeah, when we first started doing this, because I gotta say, I didn't like the movie. I'm not a fan of the Amityville Horror, the 70s one. I prefer the Ryan Reynolds one. But still, I wouldn't even put it in my top 20 horror movies of all time.
No.
But I can't deny the feeling that I have now connected to the Amityville house after the stuff that we've gotten.
Innocent.
And it just keeps to keep going. Like it hasn't stopped. Everywhere I turn around, it's
everywhere we go, it keeps circling us back to this place.
Where is it?
It's in Amityville. It's in Long Island, right?
Yes.
Drowned.
But yeah, I've never been there. Like I said, I've never been east of Nevada. I went to I take the back. I went to Florida for a job interview.
No.
And yes. But and I was there for 4 days. But
Believe.
that's the closest I've ever come. I was invited to New York.
Thank you.
By the hotels that I supported, and they were like, "Oh, come here. We'll put you up for free. We'll take you on these places." But never happened.
Sing.
But that, like I said, we didn't even know it. But when we talked to Ralph, we decided to do Amityville. We decided to research Amityville.
Yeah. That
that way we had no idea that they were connected.
No, not at all.
And then to get
then we watch Amityville Resurgence, and there's freaking Ralph Sarchie.
Yeah, well, we got the thing from Ralph.
Yeah.
For Amityville Resurgence, and we were like, dude, Ralph was involved in Amityville, and then we were like, oh, hey, Sean Austin. So here we go. We watched the documentary, and we're going, holy crap, we need to rescore this thing because this is badass. And then again, and then we reach out to Sean Austin, and he talks to us.
Yeah.
About Amityville.
Yeah.
And then Scare Network TV comes along and we talk to Billy and I find out that Billy directed it.
Yeah.
And he was there. And I was like, dude, this is too fucking weird.
Be quiet.
Don't tell me to be quiet. Shut up.
It's too much to be a coincidence.
Exactly. This is, it's as the Newkirks call it, they're synchronicities. And when you get a number of these lined up like this, you're meant to do this. You're meant to go here.
Yeah.
And I told Billy, I said, and they're talking to the owners, they're trying to get in there to do an investigation of the place. And if they ever get to do that,
where are you?
I hope to God I'm there for it.
Priest.
Live show.
Live show. We'll do a live show from there. You guys investigate. We'll help with the live stream. We'll run our own live stream. And just let us in on the investigation. That's all we ask.
Agreed. Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Maybe we can get some closure by doing something like that.
Maybe we can get some closure. I think that's the thing. I think we were meant to go there and get our own closure on that place. All right. What do you think? Let's score the documentary.
Yeah.
Or do you want to? Because we know all the history. We know all the stuff that happened.
We've talked about this many times.
We talked about this. Yeah. This is our third time talking about this location.
First time we're really giving a true score, though.
Yeah. This is the first time we're actually doing the lowdown on it.
Yep. So cast.
So kind of in the same boat. We got Ralph and Sean.
And I
in
this one.
Dig. Brandy.
Yeah, so that puts me in the same boat. I'm not going to give them full points.
I was going to say 9.
So
Restless. Closet. How do I use it?
I don't know what you're trying to use.
The closet? Are you trying to use the portal in the closet?
You just walk through it.
Just walk through it.
Where are you at on cast?
Young.
I'm at a 9. Okay. I was at an 8, but I think you're right about Billy. I think we should give it a 9. For acting or
how are you?
Ability and passion, I think we get that in spades with Sean.
No.
Ralph was awesome in it. Billy's reaction was cool. So yeah, I gave the acting an 8.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with the Mason House on that one.
Yeah.
How do I use it? Start.
The plot.
So this is the synopsis and
don't come in.
The trailer. And by doing that, are you willing to watch this thing? And I was like, I'm at You bought it. And I was like, yes. So yeah, this is an absolute 10 because we were like, we need more information about the Amityville house because we started getting stuff like this before, and who knows, we might have been getting Amityville stuff before we started talking to Ralph.
Hospital.
Yeah.
That's just the first time we noticed.
Yeah. Exactly. That's kind of when things started clicking for us.
Yeah. But then business really picked up once we interviewed with Sean. But even, between Ralph and Sean, before we even knew about the documentary, we were getting stuff on Amityville. It's like, okay, somebody wants us to go back and talk about Amityville because we're talking about other locations and we're getting intelligent feedback about Amityville.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if it's maybe a DeFeo that's trying to guide us this way.
Yeah, or even one of the Lutzes.
Yeah.
But maybe one of the DeFeos. Maybe John's kind of trying to speak with us too, or
said no.
You said no, huh? All right. So yeah, 10. Okay. So ending here.
Gerald.
I don't think the ending was as good as the
As
Mason
Malefus? No.
as Malefus.
No, I might actually place it around where Beast of Bladenborough was for the ending.
There was no closure to the ending.
Yeah, it really was open-ended.
Left it very open-ended.
Yeah, I might because they couldn't go into the house and they couldn't really get that closure like they did with Malefus. They weren't able to do an exorcism on the house. They weren't able to try to get the spirits to pass on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with that. So
Maybe.
I think I might even be lower than the Beast of Bladenborough. So I think I might go 7.
7.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was sitting. I don't have a problem with an 8, but I was thinking more of a 7.
Yeah. Because I'm just like, all right. And there wasn't any because the documentary, the Beast of Bladenborough had that great monologue at the end.
Raw footage, yeah.
And then we had the shadow figure at the end of Malefus.
Yeah.
But at the end of Amityville, there wasn't anything. It just credits rolled and they were done.
Yeah.
So, but still love the story. I liked how they did it.
What brought you here?
I thought it was very well done.
Impressed.
Yeah, impressed.
Moloch.
Oh shit.
Dress. Keep recording it. What?
Dave's got a drink again. That's what.
Help.
I ain't helping him.
24.
He made me. Oh, that's the second time it said 24.
Yes.
Yes.
Louder.
Yes.
Or
goodbye. Where?
I might finish off that bottle of tequila tonight.
Curious.
Yeah, very curious.
Framed.
Okay, so
I like the story. Again, I don't think I'm at a 10.
Yeah, I think I like how the stories of the other 2 documentaries are better than this one. So I'm gonna go 9. I still thought it was really good. But because the ending didn't get the closure, it didn't get all the questions answered for me. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go 9 for the story.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was sitting at too. So the subject matter.
Interest in the subject matter, 10. It's
10.
It's 10. Because I'm just like, dude. Like I said, if you'd asked me this question 2 years ago, I would have said 6. Am I interested in Amityville? Not really.
Cinematography.
Really good here.
It is really good here.
I think this probably,
10.
It said 10. I'm actually gonna go 9.
I'm thinking 9 myself.
But I appreciate your enthusiasm.
I'm gonna give Ghost Tube a little credit here. I'm gonna go 9.5.
9.5. Are we gonna do that?
I'm gonna do that.
Let's do it.
Is it 10, Dave? Is it 10?
Ghost gave the cinematography a 10. Let's go 9.5. I'm down for that. All right. Direction.
Very well directed, I think.
I think the direction is better here also.
Aaron.
Then yeah, I'd have to agree with that. You could tell from first to to this one.
Yeah, you can tell that he improved over time.
Yeah.
Angel.
So I'd probably give this a 9 as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 9. And then for Paranormal, how creepy was it? Was it creepy? It was creepy.
Children.
Creepy monster. That's right. It was creepy, Dave.
Change.
It's creepy. It's creepy. You got 2 demon names. You got all the stuff that was happening. The gunshot that you hear on the spirit box. The orb that came through the windshield. All that crap. So yeah, I gotta put a 10 on the creep factor. I think it was really creepy.
Even.
I have to agree with you there. That's the first time Steven came through.
Mm-hmm. All right. So twist. Were there any surprises in here? Did anything like, oh wow, I didn't expect that?
I wasn't expecting demon names.
I wasn't expecting demon names, especially 2 of them.
2 of them.
2 major demons too. Those are some nasty dudes.
Yeah.
Closer.
The shock of the spirit orb coming through solid.
The front windshield. I thought that was an amazing grab.
That was an amazing surprise.
Float.
There.
The
fact that it turned his camera off too.
Find me.
Yeah. And save the recording.
Yeah.
3.
I thought that was really good.
Maybe. What is happening?
Am I as
Iron
high?
pendant.
So we gave Maleficus a 9. Are we there, higher or lower?
10. Brandy.
10 again.
I said 10 again. Someone really likes Amityville.
They really likes Amityville Resurgence.
Asia. MIA Ghost.
I'm gonna say I think it's
How
an
are
8.
you?
I think it's 1 step below Maleficus.
Pray.
John. Pray.
But if I say that means it's a 9 if I give the 10 to the ghost.
Give the 10 to them, because I was gonna go 8 as well. So yeah, so we have to give it a 9.
Are you from here?
All right, Ghost Tube, add this up for me.
Child.
Interesting.
Adam.
But it makes sense.
91, rounded up.
Yeah.
Am I dead?
I'm pretty sure. Because I would put it. I was like, it was just a touch lower for me than Maleficus.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it would have absolutely been higher if they could have gone in the house.
No.
Oh, if they could have gone in the house, Dave, this might be 100.
This might be. This might be the highest scored documentary I've ever done. They were able to get inside there.
10.
9.5% cinematography.
Yeah.
Inside.
It's right.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's talk about the residual of the haunt. Let's talk about the haunt of this place, Dave. So I think the residual here is high.
Yeah. I'm not super high on the residual.
No, I think it's higher than Maleficus.
Yes.
I think it's higher than the Mason House, I should say.
Yes. It's higher than the Mason House. I'm not much higher than
a long
Mason.
time ago. Where is it?
So I was thinking on the residual here, probably 6, maybe a 7.
Hug.
I hit 6 was my score.
Closet. Roy. Show yourself.
Now the intelligence.
Are you going 6 or did you want to go 6.5?
Yeah. No, I went 6.
Okay.
Leave here.
Intelligence is a 10. I'm sorry. I'm not even playing. I am not even playing, and I am adding the fact that thing is talking to us.
I like that. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I like the 10. I was at a 10 before that, but
yeah, I'd give it an 11 if I could, but it's talking to us. It's giving me feels. So I'm going to have to consider that when I do the feel score.
Bloody.
Exactly.
So Poltergeist here, Dave.
Don't come in.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It turned off a camera.
Yeah, turned off camera. It's who knows what the hell they're doing inside the house if you go off.
Yeah, who knows what's doing inside the house? But just in the car, the boom sound, the laughter, the mimicking, the demon names. I mean, most of that is audio. There's a lot of audio evidence here.
But you got the
we also have to consider the history of the location too, not just the documentary.
Yeah.
So with the flies and
yeah, that's what I mean. You got the green slime coming through.
The green slime. I know there were doors slamming and footsteps on the stairs, and I think there was something with like keys being disappearing and
yeah.
tools vanishing and appearing in other spots and things like that. I remember that from the original story.
So I Poltergeist probably 6.
Yeah, I went 6.
Non-human.
Okay, non-human. So I don't
show yourself.
I think we almost have to be at a 10 because we're dealing with 2 demons. Both.
I have to agree with you there.
I'm sorry, mine said boat, not both. Thank you.
We talked about both last week.
Yes.
But I have to agree with you.
I was at a 9 at first, but I have to consider a 10. We gave the Mason house a 10, and there was only 1 demon there.
Oh, there is a boathouse here.
Yes, there is a boathouse here at Amityville.
But I'm at a 10. I'm at a 10. Yeah. History.
Now,
not long.
Not a lot. It goes back to the 70s, and then basically it's the DeFeo family, and then the Lutz family, and then
everything else,
and then kind of nothing.
Frank.
Or Frank. Maybe Frank was there.
Ow. Throat. Tired.
But I love the story behind this place. Is it a long history? No, it's definitely not a long history. Is it better than the Mason house?
No, I don't think so.
I'd say no. Is it?
I went 5 for the history, but it could be a 6.
You.
No, I like 5. I like
Teresa.
5.
Like I said, maybe a 6, but that means it's probably a 5.
So the manifestations here, I think you got the boy in the picture.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
You got the shadow figures that Sean saw.
Manifestation. So you got the boy in the picture. You got all the orbs and stuff. You got the orbs coming through the windshield.
Graveyard.
You got the flies. I think that's a manifestation.
You got the slime coming out of the wall.
Slime coming out of the keyholes in the walls and doors.
Got the face thing staring down at them at the window.
Mm-hmm. So I'm good with manifestations. I actually went 8 on this.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit better than the Mason house, and I was going to say 8 as well.
Yep.
Audio. House said get out, Dave.
House said get out.
25.
All the EVPs that they caught half a block away, the stuff they caught at the cemetery. So I'm at a 10 for the audio.
Yeah. The sound of that gun going off. Boom.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Feels, Dave.
Yeah. I gave the feels a high score here, bro, because
when
not only did the DeFeos get like messed up, the Lutzes got messed up emotionally too.
DeFeos got murdered.
Ed and Lorraine Warren said that was the scariest place they ever investigated.
Yes.
25.
That's twice at 25.
25. Sean had nightmares about this place.
Since 2017, he was having nightmares about this place.
Yeah. And then I have to say, I have feelings toward this place because of all the stuff that we've gotten that can't be more than a coincidence. It can't be a coincidence.
Yes, I'm 100% with you.
So I'm at a 9. I didn't go 10.
Camera,
I don't think
nerd.
it's as good as the Mason house, but I went 9.
Someone would have got scratched. I would have put it at 10.
Yeah, if there was actual like physical contact, and again, if they were in the house, I think it would have been a 10. I think there would have been physical contact.
Just said shot, Dave. Yes, they were. They were shot.
Yep.
Shot. So objects.
And there's good objects here. Camera shutting off. And we got to talk about the original history with the
Satan.
Okay. I just got Satan. So with the keys disappearing, tools moving, things like that, doors slamming, footsteps on the stairs.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I am gonna stay mid range though, so
5?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 5.
Room.
Okay.
Here.
Living room industry. So the danger level of this place.
Shelf.
I think this is a 10, bro. I really do.
It's dangerous. I don't know how families living there right now, honestly.
I honestly think because they aren't allowing people to come in and investigate,
not giving it the energy.
That's not giving it the energy, and I think that's saving their asses. I really do. So yeah. So I think it's not only dangerous for any people investigating there.
Jonathan.
I think it's dangerous for us, and I think yours just said Jonathan.
It did. I wonder if that's the little boy Jonathan.
Yep.
So you're thinking 10 at the danger level then?
Yes. I'm at a 10 for the danger level because I think it's a danger for us, for you and I. In particular.
Feeling.
Yep, I have a feeling. Just don't
Disrespectful.
Just don't give me another demon name. No demon names. I'm done drinking.
$79?
Yep.
Abused.
Yeah.
So slightly more haunted than the Mason house.
Yep.
Not bad. Not bad. That was fun scoring the documentaries and the haunting of the location itself. I like that. That was fun. That was fun. Tonight was fun, Dave.
Yeah, good show, bro.
Tonight was fun. Billy was awesome. Yeah, that great interview on Scare Network with Billy Lewis. Glad he was able to jump on here at the beginning and hang out with us for the first hour there.
The man is coming.
The man is coming. I really like the Beast of Blade and Barrel. I loved Malefice, which is the Mason house, and of course, I love the Amityville Resurgence, all about the Amityville house. It was nice to put a real score on the Amityville.
Yeah.
I have our score here after we talk to Ralph.
Grandmother.
After we talk to Ralph?
After we talk to Ralph.
Okay.
We put the haunted level at 50 and the danger level at 70.
Yeah.
After talking with Sean, we put the haunted level between a 75 and 80 and the danger level at 80.
So we scored it to 79. I think that's right on the money.
We are still right on the money here.
Yeah.
Loved it. Love it. So, Dave, we are at the end of the show.
Yep.
Any favorite part of tonight's episode or your aha moment? Either or.
Change.
Well, I really like talking about the Mason house, and I think my aha moment was probably that shadow figure at the end of the
Great.
documentary. I think that was a major thing.
Help. Blood.
I think my favorite thing tonight's show is actually
Shine.
Billy Lewis seeing how we break
Choked.
things down and score them.
Yeah.
And kind of getting his input and while we're doing it. I love that. I think that was part of my favorite part of the
He had
show.
fun with it.
Yeah.
Teresa.
I think my aha moment is how many times my ghost tube said demon's name.
Yeah, I think that was strange because it
only said those two.
I don't know where in Ohio the Mason house is, but no, it was in Ohio.
Pat.
Yeah, up by Cleveland.
How do I use it?
I know it's up by Cleveland. Why are you looking?
I'm scoring. I'm putting our locations into a spreadsheet. Everything that we've scored. Did I mess that up? I guess I messed that up. Hold on. 5, 10, 3, 10, 7, 7.
10, 10, 3, 10.
Denise.
I'm like, that's not right. And then I'm going to put the Beast of Bladenboro in here because I do all of our. I'm marking down all of our cryptids. That way, at the end of the season,
we can do our most.
We can do our top 10 locations
and top 10 cryptids.
And top 10 cryptids.
Change.
Yeah. Smart, Dave. Smart.
Cat.
But it would be like top 10. Top 10 since we started. So we started scoring them with the lowdown in season 2, episode 13. So this goes back to there.
Belial.
The cryptids we only scored starting with
Drink,
this.
Dave.
What?
Drink, Dave.
Did it get the third one?
No, it just said the one from Amityville again.
God damn it. The show's over, right?
We haven't hit the credits yet, Dave.
A little bit. Thank you to Anchor for giving us the audio portion. And
you want me to do the fine print, Dave? All right, guys. Well, we want to say thank you to Anchor. Anchor is what allows us to do the audio portion of this live video cast out to your favorite places.
No, I'm not down in it.
Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and of course Amazon. Anchor is a great place to start your podcast. They actually help you find a sponsor. And as you continue to grow, it's also a great way to stick with them because they'll actually help you find more sponsorships as you grow with your own podcast. So thank you, Anchor, for that. And of course, we want to thank Restream. Restream is what allows us to do the multicasting here. It can be on our Facebook, Spirits with Spirits StreamYard. I want to thank StreamYard. It's the alcohol, Dave. StreamYard because they allow us
on alcohol.
We can be on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
Silly.
You know what it is. Yes, it's silly. And of course, thank you to Scared Network.
Don't leave.
Thanks for allowing us to be part of the Scared Network TV family. Again, guys, go subscribe.
Please go to scarenetwork.tv. There are big things on the horizon with these guys. I can feel it.
Yeah, so subscribe now. You're
scarenetwork.tv.
Shine.
Get the subscription. Just do it.
Yeah.
And watch our podcast. Keep us on that network. We'd really love to see you on there and put some comments in there and like, subscribe, and comment to our YouTube page here with what you thought of the show. Spirits with Spirits with John and Dave, and
David.
it's at Spirits with Spirits because it's there's an at, so so you can just go to at Spirits with Spirits,
Frustrated.
or if you're gonna look up the name, it's
Missing.
Spirits with John and Dave.
Because I got that. I got that handle, Dave.
Yep.
They said, "Hey, pick your handle." I said, "Bam, that one's mine."
That's mine.
Dangerous.
But yeah, check us out there, and then of course, yeah, we got all our stuff on Twitch and Facebook. But we'd love to get the subs on YouTube.
Pagan. Battle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we are going to say goodnight for tonight. Next week, we will be back on the 17th.
Yep.
Where are we going, Dave? We're going to Washington.
I'm a little drunk, so I'm not sure.
Where are we just at?
we were just in Thailand.
Oh no, yeah, we're back here. We're going to Washington.
Are we gonna do, because we really didn't do cryptids. We did 2 locations and 1 cryptid. Right. Do you want to do cryptids next week, or do you want to go to just do locations again?
Well, let me think about that, Dave, and we'll discuss that a little bit more during the pregame
or our postgame when we get done. But I did write it down, but I'm trying to remember where I wrote it. I wrote like our next episodes, like where we were going for our next like 6 episodes.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and I think it was Washington State as our next state that we're going to do, because we just did Thailand, so we've got to do a state, and I think it's Washington.
Yeah. So with that said, Dave, I'm gonna let you hit
let me throw the outro, and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah,
I'm down for that, brother. All right, thanks everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. I might just throw on the Scare Network TV trailer because I have it, but no, I did the outro, and I know it's good because I tested it before the show. I'm not fucking around anymore. So we're gonna get out of here. You guys be safe.
Happened? Bless. Show yourself.
We're leaving. We're done.
I'm coming.
No. All right. Let's get out of here. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Spirits with Spirits.